and worse. So now we're here. This is just what it is. But but yeah, anyway, welcome on, my dude. It's been, we've talked in the past quite a bit, but we've never actually done anything directly together. And, when I started doing this whole podcast thing, I've only done a couple episodes right now. You were like one of the first people on my mind of like, I need to get this guy and I need to talk to this guy. He's awesome.
Oh, really? I appreciate that.
Seriously, dude, you're like, I forget how did we first come across each other? It was
I think it
probably about a
was
year or two ago. I
Mass
forget.
I think it's when I was playing Mass Effect, honestly.
I think it was Mass Effect, yeah, because I was doing a playthrough. First of all, I gotta ask, okay, what team are you on? Are you Renegade or Paragon? I gotta
I
ask.
I was always Paragon.
Okay.
It's I don't know. I don't know why. I was never too renegade to do it, to pull it off.
So it's funny, I'm doing a Renegade playthrough right now with FemShep, and that's been exciting.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's been super fun. I don't know if I vibe with it
Yeah.
100%, but we've definitely been doing some things with it, and I think it's been pretty fun.
Quick question. How do I join the stream together?
Yeah, I'm trying to work that out right now. We're technical difficulties, everybody. I'm
Yeah,
trying to
okay.
do the stream together thing right now. How do I do that?
Uh,
Oh, there we are. Oh, perfect. There it is. I guess you found it. I didn't.
I just said knock on his channel.
Yeah, that's how you do it then. Okay, so perfect. So we're there, and then you can hit the yeah, should be good from there, and you can even turn on camera. I think. Does it choose my webcam?
Telling me already play your streaming software, set up a virtual.
Probably. Okay, that's like okay. I never actually knew if that was gonna work or not, but that's fair and fine entirely. We let me just get you in here real quick. Doo-doo-doo. Really technically difficulties, yikes.
Sorry about
It's like, wait a minute. I'm trying to do this here, and I've never actually set it up with like another actual video person. Actually, the other people that have been on either have been opting in for, hey, just like game, but don't show my face. I'm like, okay, cool, let's do that. Or the other person was actually a PNG tuber, so they don't ever
Mm,
show their face. They're not what
yeah.
they would consider a fleshy. Instead, what they do is they have either they're the VTubers, which is like a virtual thing that reacts in real time with them, or
Yeah.
PNG tubers are just like it's like a JPEG image and it changes when they talk and it changes back when they don't. So I was set up for all of that, but having an actual person that's now we're getting it set up for the first time ever now. So perfect. Oh, cool. It has my little face in the corner there, doesn't it? I think so. Is
Oh,
that what it's doing?
think
I'm
so.
looking at your stream right now. It has
Yeah.
like it has like my face in your corner. It's not my actual stream, but wait, maybe I can share my screen. Hold up. Hold on a second. Let me see if I can get out of studio mode here and share my screen. Can I share my screen? It won't even let me do that. That's weird. Oh wait, there's a lot of things with this. This is different. This is a little more than a little bit different. I've actually never seen this beforehand. Well, I mean, let me see here. I have our actual stream up here. Let's see if I can get it and pull it this way. Again, sorry guys,
Uh,
we're multiple technical difficulties here, but that's okay. We're learning through it. We're getting through it.
yeah.
So anyway, you said that you are recently back to streaming again. You did 2 streams since you've been back.
Uh,
Tell us about what happened.
just work schedule. Trying to balance out that work life, growing some streaming balance, and it
Mhm,
was just I was trying to stream late at night. I still had to wake up with my daughter, take her to school. So it was
mhm.
just uh what it was I chose sleep over streaming.
Hey, I don't blame anyone for that. That is 1,000% valuable. You need that.
Uh-huh. And then finally, like my schedule, I mean, only like one day changed. Uh, but I was like, you know what? I can work off Sunday, Monday, mornings, and then Tuesday, Wednesday night, I don't work those days, so I can catch up on some sleep. You know,
Mhm, right.
just because my daughter's now going to um school, so that's 3 hours if needed to catch up on sleep.
Yeah, that's a lot of sleep.
Almost kind of,
There we are. I think we're good here. I think I kinda got your face,
yeah.
so
Let me hide this. Uh,
mute. Okay, I think we should be good from here on out. I think we're good.
all right.
Ooh,
Uh, uh,
mute. Trying to mute everything here.
I'll have to find another way to pop you up on mine.
I think I'm there. Live troubleshooting, everybody. This is fun. This is great. Let me here's the problem is I'm getting a little bit of reverb in my ear from everything, especially my own voice. And I love to hear this on my own voice, but not that much. I wonder if there's anything I could do to mute it. Properties. I just want the video. That's the problem. Mute.
Hmm.
Remove it. So we might have to just remove it anyway because I was hearing a lot of everything I was just saying a minute ago. I was hearing it back in my own
Oh,
voice in my headphones. So that's why I was like, I can't focus right now when it does it. God, I hate that. Guys, I need someone to help be my techie guy or something because this is not obviously working. Oh boy. Who up? Oh, cool. I have a buddy here. Let me have him pull him in here. Ba-ba.
Does he know how to use this?
Mm,
There we are. Okay, cool.
Hello.
Now we got the whole party here. Nice.
the whole squad.
The whole squad. Yeah. Hey, Scoops, we're gonna need to troubleshoot some stuff later on. Because you
Okay.
have yeah, for some reason it's not actually letting me pull video without audio. So I'm getting a reverb on everything Handistus here is saying while just trying to keep his stream up.
Oh,
So
that's
guys,
easy.
go
That's easy to fix.
follow Handistus right now. Hell, I'm giving you a shout out right now. Go follow them and bring them up if you want to see their face. They're awesome, super interactive, of course. We get the shout out real quick. Boom. Of course.
Super easy
Needed.
thing to fix.
Appreciate it.
Sound editing.
Needed. Absolutely.
You want me
Well,
to
I mean,
just mute my? Oh, I don't know.
so no, it's an issue on the back end. So what I was trying to do was, oh, maybe have an idea here. I was doing something. I was taking the browser source, and that was taking the audio with it. Maybe if I don't do that, I think I might have just figured out my own
You
problem.
hear? I
I
can hear
definitely figured
both
out
of
my
you.
own
So
fucking problem.
both your mic input's gonna be a little different. You're a lot louder than he
Who is
is,
me?
Jechno. Yeah.
Am I?
Yeah.
Oh, whose stream are you watching? Mine or his?
In general, the stream I poked in both, and then the stream louder.
Okay. Mm.
Like not the stream, but like your input on your mic is higher.
Oh, you can change that on
I
the
don't know.
Discord. That's a Discord setting you can change. Yeah, you can just like lower my volume. So if you like right click on me in Discord, you can actually get the volume layout and you can like
Yeah, and the
scoot me
stream
over
are
a little bit.
different volumes too.
Are we?
Yeah, that's what I was saying.
Handis, do you want to do an
Just
audio check
lower
real quick?
your, yeah, just a little audio check.
Gotcha.
Cool. Okay, I'm gonna raise you up a little bit. It could be the microphone too, honestly. Scoops, you're fine because I've had you a million times on here. Yours is set to the default I always have you on, so we're good.
Yeah, same mic, same thing.
Guys, also Scoops has returned. Somehow Scoops has returned.
They always come out of the abyss.
Somehow Palpatine has returned. Literally. Had to. So Andres, as you said, work schedule and everything. What are you? Where do you work, or what do you do IRL?
I'm a restaurant manager.
Dude. Okay. Anything I would remember? I would know.
What do you mean?
Like any restaurant? Is it a restaurant that I would know about? Is it like a major chain, or is it
I think they're working towards it. Right now it's mainly they have all just locations in California and they have one.
so not In and Out is what I'm.
They have
getting at.
one. No. It's like almost like a fancier BJ's.
Okay. Wait, by BJ's you mean Bojangles or?
Oh no, just different. I totally forgot different areas. BJ's like Pazookies.
Okay. Okay, gotcha. I think I know what you mean.
I didn't even think about that. How
I
different
would
What would you
it
like.
say is the dish that
What would you say is
your
the closest to
restaurant
that?
makes
That's
the
like a
best?
national. Oh yeah,
What's
what
your
do they make?
restaurant's best dish?
You all know Cheesecake Factory?
Hell yeah.
Abs.
Yeah, we got
Okay,
that.
okay.
Mhm.
Slightly
We
fancier
got that.
Cheesecake Factory. All right.
We definitely have the Cheesecake Factory. Cool. Speaking of which, I think I finally got this thing to freaking work. Thank the Lord. Cool. Cool. Yo, we got it. We officially got it. Oh, wait. Let me I'll have to preview real quick here. All right. Now, if you guys want to direct your attention to me, you can actually see everything. We got it fixed.
So just get yours.
We officially have it up. Look at that. Beautiful. Love it. I love when a plan comes together. I knew I had the right idea. It's like, wait, I don't want the browser source. I want just the video. And here we are. We have the video. 100%. Well, good to have you here, dude.
Let's take that out of the way.
Again, like I said, we just started doing this. So my whole plan of what I want this whole thing to turn into, what I really want it to be, is a place to kind of give voices to those that have, you know, that I think are incredible people, essentially. We've interacted not a whole ton. Usually I always stop in whenever you're playing Overwatch too.
I haven't played Overwatch 2 since.
I know, right? It's been a while. That's what I mean. But yeah, what was it? Mass Effect? You were playing Mass Effect. I think I raided into you because I was looking for someone else that was playing Mass Effect. Like I randomly happenstance found you, and as if by magic, boom, we instantly became best friends.
I know, it was crazy, the connection right off the bat.
No, immediately. I mean, I feel like that's the way with all gamer culture in general. Like you can be friends with anybody as long as you're a decent human being and not a piece of shit. So
You're also the person who got me into COGS.
You're right. I think I did. Yeah, I can't believe that. You know, and it's kind of sad. I haven't been super involved with COG in, I want to say probably the last half a year. Like I'm still part of it, but a lot of the whole fan base is around World of Warships. In case you didn't realize,
Yeah, it was
super popular game. Basically, the only way you get any growth is if you play that game religiously all the time, because the guy that created it, Wookie, he started that way. A lot of other people within the community also started from that as well too. And now it's just you're either part of all the clans and stream for fun and get all the raids from that, or you're just part of COG.
Yeah.
But you don't really I maybe that's just me voicing my own concerns. I wish there was more interaction between the non-World of Warship streamers, right? The non-World of Tank streamers, because there's a lot of great games out there and a lot of cool people. And I feel like they need to be given. Maybe that's why I'm doing this whole podcast. Speaking of, this is just to give a voice for the people that don't really get noticed. That I feel, hey, notice this person. Go out there, interact with them. They're super cool and super chill, and they just want the best for everybody. That's kind of where I'm all about. So,
I mean, I like it. You're giving people a platform to really show themselves.
absolutely, and I think that's incredibly important, because how are you going to find anyone else otherwise? You're really not. Unfortunately, Twitch is a big place. The internet's a huge place. And
Very.
I'm one lowly little voice, but I've been blessed with, you know, being able to put myself out there kind of headfirst. I don't think before I do things. I just run. That's kind of how I go. And some people think that's great. Some people think that's leadership. Maybe it is. I don't know, but in all honesty, I just think secondly, and I have the best of intentions, and I guess maybe that's what makes me such a genuine person. So that's kind of always been my MO. I mean, Scoops can relate. Obviously, he knows me IRL. He knows that.
Oh, absolutely. Look at all that Star Wars stuff in the background.
Oh yeah, Star Wars stuff. We have Star
No,
Wars stuff.
not
in
you,
the background.
Jechno. I'm not talking about you, Jechno.
Oh, you're not talking about me. Shit. God damn it.
Yeah.
Look at him. Look at all
I
Come on,
that.
I
oh,
love. No, dude. His logo is literally him and his daughter.
Oh, yeah,
in
it's
Being
just.
with the Mandalorian.
I love
Like,
that.
show the t-shirt, Andis. Show the t-shirt. There we are. Beautiful, right?
Amazing, amazing.
This dude's a true legend. He's one of the greats. Okay, I gotta ask. Favorite Star Wars film?
I gotta go 3. I love it's the fight scene for me. It's makes it that much better.
Yeah. With the Duel of Fates in the background
Yes.
too.
It's
The callback to Duel of Fates is like makes sense.
absolutely, that makes the whole movie. I don't care how much people complain about Anakin, all this stuff. I'm like, no, I love it.
You know, if you see the progression, Anakin is cringy as hell in the second movie, right?
Yeah.
But if you take that to its apex, you get Anakin from the third episode, and it just makes sense. And then you also get why Darth Vader is Darth Vader.
Yeah.
Because he has that same. In the inside, he's just a kid that never really grew up and was expected too much of him, and he made the wrong choices. That's just how he is.
Trust
Still
the
has
wrong
temper.
person, all that stuff. Yeah.
everything.
How's the
makes
Weird
sense.
Al song go? Maybe Vader someday
Yeah,
later,
yeah.
but he's just a small fry.
Literally. No, for me, I'm all about the prequels. It's what I grew up with.
Mm.
The first Star Wars movie I've ever actually, okay, my origin to Star Wars, and I'll share this, was reading the novelization of The Phantom Menace.
Okay.
That was where I first started, and then seeing the this is third grade, so this is really, really tiny Jechno, baby Jechno, basically. Yeah, reading the novelization of Episode 1, The Phantom Menace, because it had just come out in '99, so. And then seeing like the visual diary and how all the ships worked and everything. That for me was like, dude, this is cool. This is awesome. And it's a breakdown of how these ships work, how these droids work, and everything. I'm like, I was all in for it. The first ever actual part of an episode I saw of Star Wars was Attack of the Clones, because that was the new one that was out around that same time in 2002.
Mm-hmm.
And then I saw the prequels, or sorry, not the prequels, the original trilogy. So New Hope, Empire Strikes Back, Return of the Jedi, immediately, and then Revenge of the Sith came out. And I didn't see it in theaters. I was not old enough to see it in theaters, but I did see a bootleg version of it. I think it was a week before the actual film released. So
A bootleg version of it.
yeah, like okay, like now you go on Pirate Bay and get anything else. Like if it leaks early, you get it. But like I think maybe it wasn't 3 weeks ahead of time. It was maybe like a couple of days ahead of time before the official release. A buddy of mine, actually no, neighbor of mine, friend, her dad was a huge Star Wars nerd, and he had a DVD burned copy on a CD of the actual movie bootlegged, and he watched it like 4 or 5 times. Then he saw it in theaters like 20 times afterwards. So
Mm-hmm.
super fan, right? And then I saw he lent me the DVD. He's like, "Hey, you know what? You have a DVD player?" I'm like, "Yeah, we do." He's like, "Cool. You want to watch this?" I'm like, "What is it?" He's like, "It's the new Star Wars." I'm like, "Get out! No way!" So that's how I got into Star Wars. Crazy.
I think the first like bootleg movie I've ever seen was the first Freddy versus Jason movie.
Scoops for you. That's completely on par.
Yeah.
That completely makes sense. If you know anything about this man, he for how many years have you lived, breathed, and eaten Dead by Daylight?
I have hours wise, if you like work 40 hours a week
Dead by
in a year,
Daylight.
I have 2 years worth of
2 years of a
working time
job.
in Dead by Daylight. Yeah,
2 years. This
it
man's
hurts.
committed.
It's hurt.
It's a love-hate relationship, especially recently. Like he literally took like a what was it, Scoops, about like half a year or a
We're on
year
like a
hiatus,
6 month hiatus. Yeah, like no, almost
and
a
then
year hiatus
you're
actually.
yeah, it's about a year, and then you're just getting back into it again because you have a
Oh
PC now.
yeah.
So
Did speaking of like going back to your like Revenge of the Sith thing, did you know Revenge of the Sith has the longest sword fight in cinematic like
it's
history?
I think I heard
It,
wait,
read something. I heard something about that. Yeah.
12 minutes of uninterrupted fighting.
sword fighting,
Yeah.
and that's spliced between the two fight scenes at the. That was awesome too that they were able to splice both at the same time. The stakes have never been higher.
Mm-hmm.
And then we got the prequel. I mean the sequel trilogy.
We got the sequel trilogy. Yeah, okay. Well, okay. Besides the Mandalorian, which is awesome, we all can agree on that.
Yes. Love the
We all
Mandalorian.
can. What did you think of season 3?
Amazing.
I remember.
This man's thinking. This man's thinking.
Oh, I'm blanking on it so bad right now.
So season 3 was the
Was
newest one that just released.
they're really
It was
they're trying to get the
partially-
Mandalorians back together.
Yeah, and then they went to Mandalore and they
Yes.
did everything with Bo-Katan. Yeah, I gotta ask because I heard mixed reviews on it. I'm just curious what the rest of the fan base thinks. Honestly, I'm trying to get a pulse of where it's
I
at.
think if I remember correctly, the first few episodes, or the first half, I wasn't feeling it, but then once the season progressed, is when I was like, okay, I love where it's going.
Yeah.
But that's how I felt with Boba Fett. the I didn't start liking it till they didn't, or until they introduced
Boba Fett,
Mandalorian.
they did our dude dirty for the first
Yeah.
like 2-3 episodes of Book of Boba Fett, and then they literally had the one whole episode with literally just Mando, and I'm like, okay, it's Mandalorian season 3, I get
Yeah,
it. Okay,
exactly.
cool. That was the meme at the time of, because we didn't know if there was gonna be another season of Mando confirmed or not. That was the meme. We all knew it was gonna happen, but
Hmm.
I'm like, oh, you mean Mandalorian 2.5? Right.
Yeah.
Yeah.
One of these
I gotta.
days, I want to do a whole chronological order of just everything Star Wars.
Oh my dude, don't say that.
Like
Don't say
even the
that. You
shows,
can't.
like how
You
to.
can't. Yeah, that's what I mean. Don't say it. You know, I've done it. Like I haven't. Like I've watched everything in order with my wife.
Uh-huh.
Bless her heart for actually sticking with me on most of it. I think she lost me towards halfway through Clone Wars. She's like, "Dude, I love you. This is a lot though." And I'm like, "But it gets better. But it gets better." And she's like, "I know, but like, it's a lot of just binging through it."
So
Especially when you realize like Clone Wars is peak.
yeah,
I think Clone Wars is peak Star Wars,
no, I
honestly.
love Clone
But
Wars.
I mean, especially because Rogue One was also really good at the time of,
Hmm.
and then I love how Clone Wars took that Darth Vader hallway scene and they gave us Maul away. That was the perfect thing ever.
Hmm.
That was literally, oh my gosh, I gotta show up. I don't know if we have. Can I play it? I don't think it's copyrighted enough, is it? Or is it still like? I think I can play it without like.
Get in trouble.
Let me. You know what? Fuck it. I don't care. We'll play like the little scene. Yeah. Let me get up YouTube real quick because I have the ability to do this, so that's perfect.
So speaking of,
Um.
on the topic of, your wife was saying like, oh, it's too long. I
Mhm.
tricked my girlfriend once into something like that. So we
Yeah.
made the deal. We first started dating. It was because she was a big Twilight fan,
Mhm.
and she was like, "All right, and she's never seen Lord of the Rings." So I was like, "All right,
Right.
if I watch a Twilight movie, you gotta watch Lord of the Rings." Just
Hmm.
off of that, I
Right.
did mention we were gonna watch extended edition Lord of the Rings.
Oh wait, was it also with the Hobbit as well too, or was this before
No,
the
she
Hobbit?
didn't last during to the Hobbit. So we did just the original first three. So we watched three Twilights. And we get to the third Lord of the Rings. Like I say,
Mhm. Team Edward.
yeah, it's freaking near 5 hours long. It seems like, and she's like, after hour two, she's like, "How long is this movie?" I was like, "You got 2 more hours." And then I finally told her what happened. She's like, "No, you don't have to watch any more Twilights. We're done."
She just called it quits right there. Like,
Yeah,
nope, I
yeah,
can't do it anymore. I can't finish Lord of the Rings. We don't have to finish Twilight. Blah blah blah.
yeah.
See, Scoops is a huge Twilight fan as well.
He's waiting for Jacob or Edward in Dead by Daylight.
I
Oh my god, Team
I
Edward
would just like to
vampires.
say I had a Team Edward poster in my bedroom growing up.
But yeah, now you're Team Jacob.
It- yes, but Team Edward in Twilight.
Was not a fair. Oh my gosh, was not a fair deal. There, I assume that's the wife, right,
Yeah,
in the chat.
yes, that's her.
I'm gonna give her. Does she stream it all or
No, 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 no. She
no?
just
Just an
biggest
awesome
fan.
follower.
Yep.
Well, hey, I'm glad. My wife does the same thing all the time too. She's popping in my stream all the time. I think you've met the Doge too. I think you've
Yes.
popped into streams and seen the Finley.
Yes, I
He's
have.
great.
Yeah.
Hmm. So anyway, guys, I want to direct your attention to over here. We have the Mulway scene. That's an earlier part of it, but then it goes to the next one. Gotta love this. So on peak Star Wars. Masterful.
Vader's hallway scene ain't got shit.
Yeah, not compared to
Yeah,
this. This is better.
Okay, where does Luke Skywalker's hallway scene rank?
Oh, in the Mandalorian season
Yeah,
2?
yeah.
That was great and surprising. Considering he went up against Dark Troopers, even more
Mhm.
epic.
Before
Yeah,
they
that
did
was.
the de-aging of Luke.
Oh my.
Yeah.
It
Well,
was
okay, so
horrible.
here's the thing. I don't even know who they had as the actor place in. They should have had Mark Hamill, or they should have had who's the Winter Soldier? Crap, I'm blanking on the name right now.
Uh,
Uh,
Um,
something.
something 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 something. Oh, I can look it up. I have the Google right here. Um,
Like something Sebastian or something. I don't know.
Sebastian Stan.
Sebastian Stan, yeah.
Yeah, thanks for saying that. Appreciate that. That's what I needed. That's exactly what I needed. Thank you. Yeah, no, because he looks so much like a young Luke Skywalker, Mark Hamill. It was even mentioned like, hey, this guy should play Luke if they bring Luke into any Star Wars projects going forward. Because we didn't get anything of what George Lucas originally wanted after the original trilogy, which is the saddest part ever.
yeah, seriously.
Dude, I'm
Imagine how
telling you, they
different.
just
I
they
mean,
just they botched the de-aging. Look at how much better the de-aging in the Tron movie was.
no, I mean, you even saw like Leia, CGI Leia and Tarkin was also terrible.
Yeah.
They actually took I think they actually did take Carrie Fisher actually, and they just de-aged her. They did have her in there, I think. I'm not I want to say that's what they did. But they botched it so terribly. The CGI Moff Tarkin was terrible though.
It really was.
Oh my gosh. Like, come on guys. Although, I mean, Rogue One overall was a great movie. I think we can all agree on that.
Oh yeah,
I
definitely.
wanted to like I really really wanted to like um Solo as well. I think I when it first came out I'm like this is a pretty good movie and then I rewatched it a couple times and I'm like I'm mixed on it. It's not a terrible movie compared to the rest of the sequel trilogy though.
I think I've only seen it the one time, and I liked it. I'd probably have to
Mhm.
be give it another try. And I know that's that one and Rogue One. I know. I think if I obviously everyone loves Rogue One, out of all like the sequels.
Yeah.
But Solo was always the one that was on the fence for most people.
Yeah. No. Solo was always on the fence. I know for a fact that Scoops loved Solo, and for one reason only.
Well, it's obvious.
If there's one reason, it's because Donald Glover was in it,
Gambino.
of course. Yeah, Gambino.
Gambino, come on.
Yeah, dude, he was great. He's great in everything, though. He's great in everything.
That's
We
true.
love
Yeah.
Donald Glover.
We love Donald Glover here. We've seen Scoops. What's your favorite TV show that I watched all of it, and we're still waiting for the movie?
Donde está la biblioteca?
Biblioteca.
Me amo T-Bone, la araña discoteca. Community's so good.
Community. Yeah, Community.
That's one of those shows I'll
Remember,
see clips on TikTok, and I'm like, why have I never watched this?
remember 5 seasons in a movie. We're still waiting on the movie.
We'll keep waiting.
He called it. Remember, he said 5 seasons in a movie. They had the 5 seasons. They have to have a movie. Although I gotta be honest, the last 2 seasons really dropped off. It was pretty bad.
Well, who wasn't in it?
Gambino. Gambino wasn't in it.
Yeah,
You're
yeah.
right. You're right. Gambino wasn't in it.
Donald Glover is the backbone to Community.
I would say the first 3 seasons are epic. I think it was. How many seasons were there? Maybe I'm misremembering that. Was it
think
5
there's
seasons in
5.
the movie? I think there was. Candace, have you ever seen this show before or no?
I've never seen it. It's always one of those shows I've wanted to check out.
There's
But
6 seasons. Never mind. 6 seasons in the movie. Yeah, it's a good one. I mean, Dan Harmon wrote it, and he does
Very
Rick
Odd
and
Parent.
Morty. Rick Mort. Oh, he does Very Odd Parents too. Dan Harmon does that too.
Is that the same guy? Pretty Hartman.
See, the guys, the person's who career I like following is a Man of Action, the guy that made Ben 10.
Man of Action.
Ben 10, Generator X. So I'm a little younger than you guys.
I remember Generator X, although not very much. Although I think what was the one show? Oh yeah, Johnny Test. That was the one show that I saw all the time.
I was growing up. I think it was like towards the later end is when Ben 10 started to become a big show. I never watched it just because,
The first 2 seasons were kind of not very popularized, I would say. To put it
Yeah.
lightly.
Well,
Yeah, Fairly
a
Odd
grown-ass
Parents was
man
reigning
and wear a
supreme.
Ben 10 watch almost every single day. Kind of.
The Omnitrix.
Well, yeah, my smartwatch has the Omnitrix background.
Does it?
Yeah. It makes the sounds when I get notifications.
Fairly Odd Parents! I just got that in my head right now. Sorry. Gosh. That's great. I heard they're bringing back the Fairly Odd Parents too. I don't know how I feel about that though.
Have you seen the graphics for it? I mean, I feel like
No, are they bad?
I'm trying to remember. It looks.
Was it A New Wish or something like that? Oh wow, that looks like Captain Underpants style.
Yeah.
Oh my god, that's the only way I can describe it. Right, like that's literally the only way I can describe this. It literally looks like the theme from like Captain Underpants, like the movie.
I just feel like I don't know why. Like a lot of the graphics now, like I'll look at cartoons, I'm just like, what? Like they just look so weird.
All I remember is Dimsdale Dimmadome.
Yeah.
Dog, dimmadome. Dimdale, dimmadome.
Dimmadome. That's a thing that Drew talks about all the time too, doesn't it? One of our buddies, IRL, he's always like talking about something like that, and he's like, Dimsdale Dimmadome. So Mass Effect, Star Wars, Lord of the Rings, dude. What else are you involved with or nerd out about?
I would honestly say those are my biggest thing. Probably Scooby Doo would be the next. I have a slight little Scooby Doo wall. I got what was it? My daughter had a Scooby Doo birthday just recently, and so what her aunt made her like a little Scooby Doo mystery machine, like cardboard, and I didn't want to throw it away, so I have it hanging on our wall in our living room. I kept the mystery machine, pinata. I got a Scooby Doo bowling ball. Like our dog's named Scooby.
Really, I did not know that your dog was named Scooby. I know that you had a dog, but what kind of dog is he now? I forget.
He's a German Shepherd mix.
Okay.
But he's
very cool,
brown, so we're like, all right, we're going with Scooby.
Brown, probably a couple of dark spots, right? It fits. It's good enough. Close enough.
He responds to it.
Better a German Shepherd than a Great Dane, though, right?
Yeah.
Those things are huge.
Yeah. So I would say those are the things I probably geek out the most about.
Dude, at this point, I wish that you lived closer because so last year my wife and I and Finley, our dog, because he's a service dog, went to a ton of concerts. Scoops knows about this already.
Oh yeah.
The last concert,
I was at one of them.
He was at one of them. We went and saw. Who did we go see, Scoops? Tell the world.
Come on,
Who did we go see?
I'd give up the world forever just to touch you.
Iris.
Oh,
Goo Goo Dolls. Come on.
Goo Goo Dolls. Yeah, they were my first concert I went to ever.
That's amazing.
Seriously. Oh yeah, they were great. John Resnick was absolutely amazing. Dude, we both cried at that concert. It was great. Black Balloon, we both cried. We both cried. It was great. It was glorious.
Yeah, that was still one of my favorite concerts. It was them, Goo Goo Dolls, and Matchbox 20. I,
Oh.
Match.
And I believe
Oh,
the
it was
world
a
is running to
great
the
I
day.
show.
can't
Oh well,
believe
I guess
you
we're
got to go
gonna
to a
find
concert
out.
like that.
Yeah,
That is just like the
That's
most 2000s
it,
like peak concert.
it was amazing.
Oh,
I would
I'm
say that
jealous.
that was in the 2000s, early 2000s, right? Please tell me it
Oh,
was.
that
It had to have
was
been.
no, that was
When was that?
2012, 2013.
Yeah, they
Okay.
had a
Okay.
tour in the
Yeah, they
early
did have a
2010s.
tour. Yeah, I believe it. Oh
I've
my gosh,
always followed the
that's a
Goo
good
Goo
one.
Dolls.
Yeah, Goo Goo Dolls are great. They're my top 5 right now. They've inched their way into my heart more and more. I mean, John Resnick literally wrote the song for Treasure Planet, so
No credit.
that's no credit. Man never gets any credit for anything. It's not even. It's just as various artists because Disney's soulless and doesn't care. But I care.
Well, he
I
sold it.
know.
He knew what
I
he was
know.
doing when he sold it. It's just It's just part of being an artist. There's a
Hmm.
lot of artists that do that
He knew.
actually.
Yeah, but everyone like you have Elton John keeps credit for Elton John's shit though. So I
That's just
mean,
because Elton
I was gonna
John's
say,
kind of
he's
full of himself a little bit. He's
a
got great
little bit.
music, but
A little bit. The dude wears like glasses with feathers in them.
yeah.
Grant, we love Elton. He's got a lot of great songs. Billy Joel is also credited for his music in Oliver and Company too.
Amazing.
Bet you didn't know that one, did you? Huh? Dropping knowledge left and right here.
Oh,
Anyway, back to the concerts thing. So my last concert that we saw was in Milwaukee. It was Simple Plan. So what's new, Scooby Doo? We're
yeah,
coming after you. We're gonna solve that mystery.
I want to
wait,
see
which one
Simple
was that?
Plan.
All of that.
I want to see Simple Plan. I mean, don't get me wrong, I love their other songs, but I want to see them
Oh yeah.
sole reason for that song.
Oh, we brought Finley with, and I literally have a video of him just like looking and being like, "Yeah, Dad, this is my favorite song ever. Thanks." Like I knew like this dog has gone to Disney World and back. He's already lived a full life at this point, and he's only 4 years old. But on top of that, this dude got to see Simple Plan singing the Scooby Doo theme song
It's
with
based.
tons of people dressed up in Scooby Doo costumes. Like this dude had the time of his life. He must have been like, did I
He
just
probably
die and
thought
go
he
to
was
heaven?
on drugs.
Did I die and go to heaven, or am I really high right now? Like, he probably was thinking that.
I don't have
Gotta be
nuts to get
honest.
chopped off, so.
He's like, life doesn't get any better than this. I'm like, no, it doesn't, buddy. It does not. And then it did because Simple Plan opened up for Avril Lavigne, so that was even better.
Avril Lavigne. Oh.
Yeah, the Princess of Punk was back in the house.
She's
Great.
one of those people. I feel like she never ages.
No, she
Like
doesn't. It's crazy.
I remember there was
I remember.
there's a conspiracy theory that she's not even the same person, that she's a clone or something, just because how much she hasn't aged.
She's just an AI doll.
Oh,
That's all it is.
yeah.
She's like Megan from the movie Megan, right?
And
Just an AI. It doesn't age or anything.
I still think her and was it Chad Kroger, that relationship was the most random duo.
That was so weird. And she had a weird music phase when they were together too. If you actually listen to what's the album?
I don't know. Megan Fox and MGK is pretty crazy. Pretty
True,
wild
Yeah.
combination.
but I feel like they also are just so much alike.
Yeah, that's valid. She's pretty wacko.
No, I still can't believe that Mila Kunis and Ashton Kutcher are together still. I can't believe that one. That's a crazy one.
Yep, that 70s show.
Are they?
Yeah, they're still together. They've been married the entire time. And well, I mean, they both joined Scientology too and all that stuff. So take that for what you will.
We don't shame on religion in this stream.
We don't shame. I'm just saying it's weird. I'm allowed to say it's weird. Okay?
You are allowed to say it's weird.
Yeah, Avril Lavigne's fifth studio album, self-titled Avril Lavigne, was a little out there, and that was when she was with Chad Kroger. That was 2013.
That's 2013. Wow.
Yeah, this one. Yeah, this album. This is the cover. There's some really good songs there, I'm not gonna lie, but like
That's
it's not
right. Okay.
it's not much of anything like her yeah.
Wait,
Literally
wait.
collaborated with Chad Kroger.
Wait, I'm like going on the internet. Imagine being married to Bruce Willis and being married to Ashton Kutcher in your life, because Demi Moore doesn't have to imagine. What?
Wow.
That's
Wow.
weird.
That's a 180. Bald action star, hair comedian. It's just the hair. The- you're telling me bald and serious Sixth Sense meets punk.
Capitalize on it because you fucking bald.
Well, and Bruce Willis isn't really a comedian, is he? I mean,
He has moments, but
he has moments, yeah, sure, but
he's not
passing by
known.
Gotta Learn Things Delta.
He's definitely not known for his comedy.
No, I would say not. I mean, in the same way that Adam Sandler is not known for his drama.
True. Known for his basketball shorts.
Yeah, and he's known for Happy Gilmore.
Yeah. Which I saw
Oh
the.
no, that movie with the twins is pretty dramatic.
The what?
Where he's like his own twin sister.
Oh my God, Jack! That dumpster fire of a movie? Oh my gosh,
That movie's amazing. It's so funny.
I will
It's
say one of the
something. I'll say that.
one of the saddest scenes I think in any movie I've watched, in my opinion, is Click.
Oh my God, yeah. Click, pulled at your
that
heartstrings.
exactly.
It was
That
good.
scene gets me almost like it gets me every time. I'm just like, bro, like it's an Adam Sandler movie. Why am I feeling this way?
I still think the perfect Adam Sandler movie where he collabed with everybody else was Grown Ups. I still think that to this day. Not the sequel, the first one.
I don't even think they were acting at that point. They were just hanging out.
They were just having fun,
Yeah.
honestly.
Recording
good
a hangout
cast, too.
session with the boys.
Yeah.
You know what movie's really crazy though? 8 Crazy Nights. Yo, man, this is on TikTok. He knows the
Yeah,
meme.
that's
He shows all the time on the daily.
exactly.
That one came out of nowhere on TikTok. I don't know where that even came from.
There were just one guy. He's in the bathroom dancing to this song, and it just took off from there.
Crazy. Absolutely insane. The Mad Lab. I don't know. TikTok is weird though. I love it. Scoops. I'm gonna say this again. I told you this, I think, in private, but I'm gonna say it again. You have the makings of being the next Scotty K Fitness. You and him are like the same person to me, just 10 years apart.
I don't know who that is.
You don't know who Scotty K Fitness is?
Scotty K Fitness?
Yeah, you've never look up TikTok right now. Look it up.
Look up TikTok. What's
Look at-
TikTok?
Look up TikTok. Go.
Oh, the guy with the big mustache.
The guy with the big mustache.
Okay,
yeah,
I didn't know the
just, like,
name,
in
but I saw the pic. I'm looking up the
bowl.
picture. Yeah.
He's like all about health and fitness and positivity, and he's like in the bowl.
Oh, that dude? I know who
Yeah,
that guy is.
yeah, that guy.
Dude, me and him are nothing alike. That guy's such a fucking hard ass.
No, he's like wholesome. What are you talking
He
about?
is wholesome, but he's such a hard ass too.
I see that being you and your personal journey like 20 years down the line. That's you.
Get me that huge ass mustache.
You could
Dude,
do it. You could pull it off. You could easily pull that off. I don't know why you don't, honestly. You could. By the way, Scoops is a mega ginger. He's beautiful and we love him.
I was guessing by the
By the description,
comparison.
This is you. This is you. This is your brain on drugs. So, Sandinissus, you're coming back to streaming. What does that look like for you? Did you really put much thought into it, or just kind of hit like, oh, just go live and start it up again?
That's what Scotty K Fitness looks like.
Basically, yeah, just go live, try to have a set schedule, and just go from there. I do need to really start working on updating my computer. That way I could stream a bit more newer games. Because like if I tried streaming like a Call of Duty or something like that, my stream is so choppy.
Do you have a pre-built machine or did you build it yourself
I
or
built it myself, and this was back in 2019. Even then,
okay,
my buddy,
not that bad.
we did because at the time I wasn't streaming, I was doing YouTube, so it wasn't like a
Right.
super um needed to do a super hardcore kind of like build. And once I started streaming, I upgraded some things, but it was like I already had bare minimum, so it's enough to stream, but for it to be a good stream, it's choppy at best.
Mhm.
And so that's why I always stick to like either an older game like Mass Effect or like my I like to play a lot of turn-based games because they don't go super crazy.
Mm.
Like
Now you say turn-based, like, what can we
so
expect in the near future then?
what is it? So I have some games already kind of planned out. Like I want to get back into Borderlands. I know that's not turn-based, but get back into
Hey, Borderlands is
Borderlands.
fun though. We love Borderlands.
I played the first one. I think it was the last time I really streamed. And it just like I said, I really enjoyed it, but then I don't know, I just hit that mark where I just didn't want to play games anymore.
Mhm.
And
The burnout.
so
The
yeah,
burnout session is real.
uh-huh.
I'm personally hitting that right now with Minecraft a little bit. They just redid the server again and they're doing modded now and I'm like, "Okay, cool, let's do it." And then all of a sudden it's like, "Actually, we're doing modded." And there's like imagine everything you know about Minecraft times it by tenfold. Like that's all the new stuff. And I'm like, this stuff is really complicated, and I don't know if I can commit a ton of time to it. Just because I'm like, I'd like to, but I think I like more vanilla, and I have a couple friends that are also on the same page with me on that.
Uh-huh.
So I really don't know. And it's like I've been doing Minecraft on Mondays pretty much every I mean, with the exception of like sick days or like break days or break weeks, right? For about 3 years, I've been doing Minecraft on Mondays, and it's like, dude, maybe I could use a break. Maybe I could do something different.
I've have such a like horrible creative mind. I've never been able to get into like a Minecraft,
Mhm.
Valheim, those type of games where you just kind of like
Mm.
build. I
You have all the
remember
tools there at your disposal, but it's up to you to decide what you want to do and
I
plan it out.
everything I build was horrible looking. I build with friends or I build with my brother and they would build a whole town and I barely got a house. I was like, this ain't for me.
No, I kind of feel that was for me the first whole season of Voltaic. All I did was complete a house, and that was basically it. And they're like, "Dude, you spent 3 months building a house." I'm like, "Yeah, but I wanted it to look pretty. Like, I wanted it to look perfect, and I wanted to like kind of pre-plan it out." And I didn't do anything off stream, so everything I was doing was straight up on stream. And it's
Yeah.
like, no, this is content. What if I die? I want to be able to capture that. What
But
if I
even
go swimming in lava for the hell of it, and now I'm the guy that swims in lava now all the time?
yeah. But even then, like they'd make fun of me for building a house for 3 hours. You'd look at that house, you go inside, there's still like holes that you could see through because I didn't plan it properly or like had all this stuff. I'm like, don't judge. It's my hard
Dimensions
work
kind
right
of
here.
suck though. No, yeah, dimensions kind of suck, especially if you don't know like. So my biggest thing is you have to pre-plan like what you're gonna put where and know the dimensions of space you actually need. Otherwise, it's really hard.
Yeah, I just wing it.
And
I'm
unless
like,
you're a veteran player, it's like, yeah, I get that.
yeah, I've never been.
Hmm.
I'll try playing those type of games, but they don't last long for me.
So 2 seasons ago, I did a Minecraft, and it sucks because the game was corrupted with a newer update. We were doing a Star Wars build, so I was actually building the Grand Army of the Republic headquarters on Coruscant in Minecraft. That's a huge build.
I'm gonna say, how long did that take you?
We never completed it. We got close to finishing the entirety of the outside,
Just the
but I was
outside.
still trying to. At the same time, I was still putting so well. The build I had like an actual like a blueprint to go off of, right?
Mhm.
The problem was the blueprint didn't have anything on the inside. It actually just was like layer by layer. If it was covered, it was every block on the inside is fully covered. I was trying to take that, extrapolate it, and say, no, we just need the outer walls. Everything else on the inside, I want to make into usable buildings
Mhm.
or usable farms or something. And that was the rough part. We got pretty close, to, I think, finishing the outside, but not even close to the inside. But I mean, it was still fun to kind of see it take shape out of literally nothing, like a grassy hill turned into flattening out, building it up, and it looked pretty cool by the end.
Uh-huh.
But I'll have to send you some screenshots of oh my gosh, in the end of this season too, and I have a picture. So I had a skin where I looked like a was it the 332nd Trooper? That was my Minecraft skin.
Look at
So
that. Oh, okay.
Yeah, so I literally had the orange Ahsoka helmet, and I was a 501st Trooper. That was my skin in the game. And then I was with another buddy, Bo. We both knew that the server was dying, it was crashing, it was done for. What we ended up doing was we both decided, hey, let's kill a bunch of each other just for fun. And then so we had all these different helmets. I'm like, dude, let's recreate the scene from the last episode of Clone Wars. And we did that. So we literally put all of the helmets, all of my dead heads on sticks on just in a field, and then I dressed up. I put an Ahsoka skin on, and then he put on Captain Rex skin on. So we like literally took a selfie with it, and it's like a selfie with like all the dead helmets behind us, and we're like, we're having fun, guys. No, it was super fun. I enjoyed that. That was probably one of my favorite moments of that server. Because
Recreating
we're
that whole
honestly gonna be able to
scene.
do that. Yeah, like literally recreating it. I'm like, this is great. This is fulfilling on a spiritual level that I love. This is perfect. That's all you need to be happy, right?
True.
But so you said turn-based games. What kind of turn-based games do you plan to maybe play, or what do you have currently?
What was it? It's like right now I'm streaming this game called Steam World Heist. I don't know if it's like I said, I could be completely wrong with these descriptions of these games. Or it's basically
Okay.
it's one of those shoot people from afar, hope it aims and hits them, but it's based off of turns. Another one that I really love. I've already streamed it before, so I probably won't, and I've basically completed the whole game. But it was like a Battle Chasers Night War was probably one of my favorite games. Um, I I feel like Knights of the Old Republic, Star Wars is kind of turn based.
KOTOR, yeah, a little bit. Yeah, I see what you mean. Where like you take actions,
I can
like you
pause
can
it. All
pause
right,
it.
this is what I'm gonna do. Do that instead of
It's you're literally describing the VAT system from Fallout, essentially.
yeah. Whereas, like I said, if it's like I'm all right when it comes to games like Call of Duty, whatnot. It's just I prefer turn-based games because it's gives me more time to kind of like figure out what I'm doing.
No, absolutely.
Yeah,
Do you go for like the blended like real time and turn based at the same time, or is it strict turn based that you prefer?
I usually stick to a turn-based, but like I said, if a game looks interesting enough, I'm more than willing to try it.
Have you ever have you ever looked into the Total War series, or do you have any of those?
Total, yes, I do. I have 1 and 2. I haven't gotten the third one yet because, like I have Warhammers,
Okay, yep. I've been
and
playing that actually with my other buddy. He's been playing that recently with me.
me and my brother, we would play that often. And once the third one came out, he kept telling me, don't waste your money on it because it's so bad right now. So I'm basically just waiting for his approval. But those type of games I also kind of suck at because I'm very much one-sided when it comes to building my armies because I only like to make archers. So I'll be the elves. I'll be the elves and then just make tons of just archers and hope they can just kill these top tier troopers running at you.
Dude, you are literally playing my playbook of the earlier days before I ever actually started playing like strategically. I always prefer, so my first major not Warhammer, but Total War game I played was Shogun 2.
Uh-huh.
And I had the follow the samurai. I literally just spammed gun people. That was it. And like I had two melee dudes and then nothing but like riflemen. And I'm like, samurai riflemen are amazing because they have unlimited range basically. They never run out of ammo. And you literally just line them up on a very thin line at the edge of the map, let them come to you and just kill everybody.
Yeah.
So you can cheese the heck out of it.
So I didn't cheese it that well. So another game I like to think of, like, so StarCraft. StarCraft
Yeah,
1 and
okay.
2, I'd play with my brother. And once again, I'm Terran. And so I'm spamming Marines. Just
Yeah.
all this range. I have a whole army of just Marines, and my brother has all the starships, and they just get totally wiped out.
Mhm.
I'm hoping the Marines can take out the freaking 5 hyper ships that he has.
You
No,
hope anyway.
never does. So I always had to do the
Good
running
luck.
away tactic where I get my command center to fly away and just hide
Swim
from him.
away, swim
Yeah,
away.
exactly. But yeah, I always, more often than not, I lose those games for legitimate reasons. Archers.
Yeah. Archers. This dude loves his archers, okay? He just wants all the range in the world. Just give this
I
man his archers.
So I blame my archer obsession, due to Legolas. So
Makes sense.
I saw, being a kid watching Legolas kill all these people. I'm like, oh, okay, cool. Any archer can do
Badass.
that.
No,
So
they can't. No, they cannot. I'm telling you this. No, they cannot. Legolas is one in a million. But also Orlando Bloom. I mean,
True.
Orlando Bloom. Orlando Bloom. He was also great in Pirates of the Caribbean too, but he didn't have a bow and arrow in that one. He needed one. Gosh, that's Legolas. Okay, that makes sense now. So does that translate over to guns too, or is it specifically just bows and arrows and archery?
If there's a choice between guns or bows, I'm choosing bows. Even
Okay.
I like the simplicity behind it. You can you can shoot them high, you can shoot them low, like you can arch them, all that stuff. Whereas guns, it's basically just a straight shot, literally. So yeah, I always liked archers better than guns.
I'm just imagining now a hand distance right now, getting Wii Sports Resort just to play archery
Oh, yeah.
all the time. That's the only thing I can get in my. I can't get that image out of my head now. Just
Yeah,
like,
yeah. I'm just all right.
boom,
Boom.
nice shot. Man. So definitely. Did you have you actually done any archery like in real life, or is it just in video games?
Just in video games. Archery, I'm probably way too clumsy to even try. Have I actually? No.
It's pretty simple.
No,
Get a bow, get a quiver, get some arrows. Get a little glove for your hand, and get a arm guard, and you're good to go.
Yeah.
Oh, you need a target too. You need a target. That's important.
Yeah.
You don't want to just shoot at. I mean, you can shoot at a random tree if you want to, but targets are better.
I was shooting for the air, Yeah, I've never done archery, but I've shot guns before, but it's only like once. But yeah,
like once.
Yeah, or like I was like
This
16.
man's hand distance spills all of his secrets, guys.
Yeah.
I'm glad you're all here to hear this. I shot a gun. I've shot guns before. Once. Now you're over in California, right?
Yes.
So I was looking through your feed on X earlier today to kind of prepare for everything, kind of see everything. I don't want to put you on the spot, but I gotta ask. How does a person that lives in California become a Lions fan?
So it's back when I was like 10. My uncle, being obviously in California, being a huge Niners fan, was trying to get me to be, a Niners fan. I remember watching. He was making me watch. Well, I ended up liking football, but he made me watch I always remember this: Lions versus Niners. And just to mess with him, I was like, oh, I really like this team. But also at the time, well, still is, one of my favorite animals is a lion.
Mhm.
And so being 10-year-old kid, I don't know any better. I was like, I like this team because they're the Lions. And so I don't know why, I just stuck with the team. Even fan during the 0-16 season, like I was stuck through for 20 years.
It's rough to be a Lions fan.
Eh,
Honestly, I gotta be honest. I give you a lot of credit for that.
It's not
I was like, okay, I gotta know why this guy's so obsessed with the
it's
Lions.
not
I
like I
need to know.
chose a winning team. Like there was never a time where they were winning.
No, not at all. They've been trashed most of their history, and that's me also being in the North Conference as
Yeah.
well. So, I mean, obviously, Wisconsin, we live, breathe, and sleep the Packers up here.
Yeah, I feel like if you don't get accepted.
Especially because I literally live in Green Bay. So,
Yeah.
I mean, yeah, we live in the town where Lambeau Field is literally not even 5 miles away from my house.
Uh-huh. Yeah.
So it's one of those things. I didn't plan on moving to Green Bay. I never did. I'm not even from the area originally. I grew up close to Milwaukee, but you know, Packers were life down there even, you know.
Yeah. I feel like
And
Packer
then
fans
Scoops
are
is
one of
from
the
the area proper, right, Scoops? Is he
I,
still here?
I feel like you
I don't know,
can't
but
like Packer fans are some of the most hardcore fans there are.
I mean, are they? I would say no. They're the second hardcore fans that you can be
What's first?
because the Bears fans.
Oh, yeah.
Because it's really hard to support a team that has that much of a losing streak all the time, and to still get shit on all the time, and to still be proud of the team. So it's really tough to be a Bears fan. I give them a lot of credit. You know, every
Yeah.
time I go down to Chicago, I give them credit. Like, it's tough to be a Bears fan. It really is, because they don't. It's been a long time. Same with being a Cubs fan. Like, it just sucks to be a Chicago fan in general for the most part.
I mean,
But
before these last few years, I mean, Lions was in the same boat as them.
yeah, So I gotta ask, how proud of the Lions were you this season?
Oh, I loved it every moment. But the
Yeah.
playoffs, I think this year hurt more than the last year, you know, where we had the collapse in the second half of the, you know, uh NFC championship game. Because last year we weren't expected to go to the playoffs, kind of thing. It wasn't like we had all the hype, we were playing well, but still we weren't expected to make it that far. So even just being in that game,
You weren't playing a Super Bowl team, essentially. That's what it was.
yeah, it was amazing. But to this year where we were like, okay, behind the Chiefs, it should be like we were the next best team. So we expected to go to the Super Bowl, and then like I said, don't get me wrong, Commanders are a good team, but to lose to them in that fashion was just, it was way worse.
That was a rough game.
Yeah, I kept having hope. I was like, okay, they got a little lead. Nowhere, and they just kept piling on. I was like, oh my god.
I think now you can share what we feel up here too in Wisconsin. So the last couple of seasons, while we still had Rodgers, like, this because this has happened, and you were on the other side of it. You probably know about this. Every single time we were in the semifinals, it was literally the conference championship. It was always the Packers versus the 49ers. Rodgers would biff it in the third quarter. And I don't know. I think there was a conspiracy going on where he might have been up on the take, because it happened every single time for 3-4 seasons in a row, it felt like. Like, we were doing great. We had great seasons all the way through. Rodgers was playing whatever. And then we'd always fall apart because something would happen with him mentally. In the third quarter or the fourth quarter of the last game. Literally on the doorstep of the Super Bowl. And that was the frustration that we always had. And it was always against the 49ers, too. I think it was against the 49ers 3 out of the 5 times it happened.
Yeah.
Which is rough. And one of them was at Lambeau, too, which was even worse. That one stunk. That should have been an easy win.
Yeah.
And you living in California with everybody else being like, 49ers!
Like,
it makes sense. You were there for it, so.
Yeah. I was like, I don't care about the Niners.
They're like, I don't care. I don't care about the Niners either. I will say this though. So, my first NFL game, believe it or not, wasn't even in the state here. It was St. Louis. It was the Rams versus the 49ers, and the Rams won in overtime.
It was a good game.
That was a really good game. Yeah, and not only that, but they beat Kaepernick really
Yeah.
badly. So I was happy to see that.
My first game, I think the only game I've been to. I've been to like preseason games, but like actual regular season games was back in like 2012, 2011. It
Okay.
was Detroit Lions versus the Oakland Raiders.
Ooh,
And
that's a rough matchup.
so I'm 17, 18 at the time. I'm wearing a Detroit Lions jersey. And the
Because
Lions,
they're your team. They're
yeah,
your team.
exactly. And so the Lions won by like 1 point. I was so scared walking out of that stadium. I was like, I don't think I'll ever go again.
Oakland's a really scary. Those fans are crazy. I'm glad that they moved to Las Vegas because at least now the fan base is not as toxic
Different,
anymore.
yeah.
At least I don't think it is. I could be wrong, but as far as I know, Oakland's really terrible.
I think the only thing that was saving me was my dad came with me, and he was wearing a Bronco.
Oakland Raiders jersey.
No, he was wearing a Broncos jersey. So,
like, what are you doing here?
So they were yelling at him instead of me, the Lions fan.
Oh my gosh, I can't believe that. That's too funny. Go sports, go team, have fun.
Yeah.
That's great. I love that story. That's awesome. But yeah, no, the first game I went to was it was the St. Louis Rams against the 49ers, and St. Louis won in overtime, which is crazy. And it was against the Kaepernick 49ers too, which is even better. And I didn't go to a game for a great many years after that. And then since then I think I've been to 3. Let me see now. 1, 2, 3. No, 4 regular season Packer games in the rest of my time alive.
Okay.
And then I think like 2 preseason games. That was it.
Yeah.
One of them was actually just this last winter. So right before Christmas, literally. The week before Christmas, we went to the Packers Saints game. That was a blowout. That was actually a no-hitter for them. We skunked them. It was crazy. I'm like, how do we do this? How do we get this good? They didn't score a single point the entire game, and it was something like, I forget what the stat was. Like, that's so crazy that was so rare to happen. That like even when we play against the Bears, we whip them. We put up video game numbers. I like to lovingly refer to as video game numbers. When you're putting like 45 to like 5 or 45 to 3, you're like crushing them and whipping their butts so hard they have no idea what hit them. You're literally playing. It's like you're playing Madden and you're using like no cheats, but you're playing against the easy AI and you're just like, nope, boom, in the end zone every time.
That's when you're facing your little brother or something.
First down on your 5, and you throw a Hail Mary and you get it every time.
Basically.
Yeah, it's literally the equivalent of it. Like if you're going like 50 points plus, like you're putting up video game numbers. Like this is no contest. Why do we even have a game? It's fun, but it's also not fun because it's like, bro, they didn't even stand a chance. It's not even funny.
Yeah.
But it's also funny because we were there. No, it's. I think the best games are the ones that are the real nail biters, the really close ones. So
yeah, it's just makes it more exciting, and yeah, they just make it more fun.
Absolutely.
I know.
I mean,
because I'm a big baseball fan too. Is sometimes people get bored with the 0-0 game or like 0-0 game till the end, but it's it's a pitching duel or something like that. It's like you gotta appreciate the little things about it.
You gotta appreciate the hard work and the hard athleticism that goes into all these games.
Mm-hmm.
And baseball is a tough sport too. I mean, you have if you're a really good baseball player, you're probably gonna hit the ball 3 times
Yeah.
in a game if you're lucky. If you're lucky,
The fact
and
that if you
it's incredibly
are
hard.
successful 3 out of 10 times is considered great says a lot.
Yeah, it's a game against of a lot of odds. It takes a lot of focus and a lot of practice and a lot of out just maneuvering mentally your
Yeah.
opponent.
Mhm.
I got a buddy that lives. He's also, I think he also streams too. I don't know if he still currently does or not, but he's in college right now. He does a lot of stuff with and he's a guest I hope to have someday too. His name is Jackson. He's really cool. But he does a lot of, he plays baseball because he's always loved baseball and that's like his thing. And he helps out with a lot of kids in youth sports too, which is
Oh,
awesome to
nice.
kind of be that mentor for that.
Yeah.
I just wanted to give a little mini shout out. Like that's a personal story that I know of someone that's really into it. So to see other people again gravitate around similar common interests, like it's cool. Like I love to
Mhm.
see that. Building communities and things like that.
Yeah, I totally agree. I've been playing baseball. I wish I was still playing. I've been playing. I played like 25 years.
Wow. Ever
Yep.
since little hand assist played T-ball, right?
Yep. So,
Wow.
but freaking, I wanted to continue even after college. I was in like an adult league. They played every
Mhm.
Sundays, but I usually work Sundays, so I had to stop doing that for a bit. Especially once becoming a manager. I'm not a general manager, so
Yeah.
I don't get Sundays off. But still,
Yeah.
it's
More
like
responsibilities, same pay, if not less pay, right?
exactly.
And I mean, you got a family now. That's awesome, dude. Like
Yeah.
I
So,
remember, what was it? Did we first meet up probably around the time when I think your daughter was right after your daughter was born, I think, because she was still in the crib yet. I
yeah.
think.
I think
Gosh, that
if
was a long time
anything,
ago. Or
it
maybe she was
might
like
have
about a
been.
year old or something.
I think might have been a little before.
Yeah.
Yeah, I want to say it was.
No, I think it was right before the announcement actually, or like right when you knew you guys were expecting, I think, is when I popped in originally. God, that's crazy.
That's
Time really flies by, doesn't it?
really does.
No,
I
man. It's
never, I never believed parents when they said, time flies, but it's crazy how fast being a
time
parent gone.
flies by.
Exactly, it just
Right.
flew. Next thing you know, it's 3 years already. I'll
I
get.
don't have any kids myself yet. But I mean, being with having Finley, this dude's 4 years old. I remember when he was literally two
Yeah.
weeks old. I held him, the little tiny
Uh
potato
huh.
looking guy, in my hands, and
Now he's a big
now
old
he's a big boy.
guy. Yeah.
He's my age in dog years
Uh huh.
at this point. Yeah, he literally is because I'm 29. He's 28 in dog years, probably. Yeah, a little older. He's about my equal at this point now.
Uh
He has the sass to go with it too, unfortunately. But
huh.
yeah, there's times I'm like, dude, do you not want to come up on the bed? He's like, no.
No.
I'm like, dude, you know you want to. Come on. And he's like, okay, fine, if you insist, just pet me. I'm like, okay.
My dog's a punk too. Freaking,
Yeah.
he'll not want any attention, then just lays on you. Hey, you haven't given me enough
Yeah,
love today.
German shepherds are also pretty big dogs. So yeah,
Yeah.
how much does Scooby weigh?
So he's a smaller because he's a mix. We're not sure what he's mixed with, but he's like a
Okay.
smaller of the
Of the golden or the
of
Germans?
like German shepherds we've seen. He doesn't weigh like a whole bunch, but he's not a Chihuahua. Like
No, no, yeah. No, he is part German shepherd. You can tell he's a medium-sized large dog.
yeah,
He's just on the smaller end of it.
but he thinks he's a Chihuahua because he likes to sit on laps and on you,
Oh,
all
he's a
that stuff.
lap dog.
Yeah,
Big
he's
dog
yeah.
thinks every big dog thinks they're a lap dog. That's the problem. I don't know why. He's 40 pounds. He's only 40 pounds. Oh man, no, you guys got it easy then. Finley's
Yeah.
literally Finley is a lean 75 pounds.
Yeah.
So he's an average size for a golden.
Mhm.
He's not on the smaller size. He's just average. But I'm incredibly grateful. The dude just grazes food all day long. I'll put out food for him twice a day, and he'll just graze whenever he's hungry. He'll just be like, eat, eat, eat. and then he'll be like, I'm good, and they'll still be full. I'm like, dude, you didn't finish it. He's like, I'll eat it later when I'm ready. And I'm like, okay. Hey, if
Uh,
you're smart enough to know not to eat a ton and to maintain your own weight, like, dude, you are smarter than literally most dogs I know and have ever known. Most dogs would scarf it down and need like the easy feeder or like the trick bowls or something just to try to
uh-huh.
not regurgitate or throw up from eating too fast.
That's my dog where so he'll eat his breakfast at like 5 o'clock at night. But he scarfs it down.
What?
Yeah,
Breakfast for dinner?
he's
Yes.
weird. I can literally pour it out for him at like 9 o'clock in the morning, and he won't tackle it until 5 o'clock at night.
Is it exactly at 5 o'clock or is it like a
Oh,
different time?
it's a different time every time, but still, it'd be
Okay.
like
Later in the
7 hours later after I've already given it to him.
he just doesn't touch it. Yeah,
Just doesn't touch
Finley's the
it.
same way.
But then I would give dinner to him, or at least put it in the bowl for him, like maybe 3 hours later, and he eats that right away. I'm like,
But Scooby snacks.
I was like,
But Scooby snacks, he'll eat, right?
your eating schedule's a mess right now. Like, I don't get it.
Yeah. No, we're incredibly lucky to have him. I'm actually I don't you're probably on TikTok. So Finley has his own TikTok, and I know we haven't been posting recently a lot to it, but everything from the honeymoon trip is on there,
I don't think I
which is
follow
great.
y'all on. I follow you on.
So I do have a TikTok. I only posted like 3 videos to it. I really should start doing more, honestly. I am gonna be posting all of these, by the way, to my YouTube channel as well.
Uh-huh.
So hopefully we get more of these. I still have to post the first one yet. I was thinking about, do I edit it? Do I not? Don't know for sure. I think I'm just gonna post them straight up as they are.
Mhm.
Hopefully people. Eventually, what I'd like to do is host this on X or something. Honestly, I think that'd be really cool.
Oh, on X,
Or
yeah.
like multiple different platforms, right? I
Yeah.
know some people do like the multiple streams thing. I've thought about doing it. It's I need to look more into it, and I just need someone that kind of does it to like maybe help me. I'm not the expert on that. I'm great at Discord. I'm obviously you can see my server. It's great. It's popping. It's amazing,
Uh-huh.
right? Um, because I kind of took like I took like 3 whole days worth of like knowledge spongingness. You know, like I absorbed everything I could, and then went from there. And I
Uh-huh.
became a self-taught expert on Discord essentially. And I'm trying to do the same thing. Fantastic. Fry says fantastic. Fry, why did you leave? You left the chat.
Ugh. You want to say hi? Say hi.
Hi.
And she's wearing Scooby Doo, of course. Sugar.
Oh
Sure.
yeah, we all love Scooby Doo. Let me get my boy real quick. I'll be right back. I'm gonna get him on the stream. She's gonna love this.
You want to say hi?
Yeah.
Say hi.
Hi.
What's your
Here
name?
he is.
Hi, Alex.
Adelie.
There we go.
See the doggy?
You see?
You cute doggy, huh?
Oh, he's good. He's a good boy. Yeah,
Cute.
you good?
You being shy?
Yeah.
Yeah. You all done?
This dude is not shy at all.
Alright, you want to say bye? Hey, wave.
Hi.
Everybody love you.
You want to say hello? Yeah. Pound it. Good boy.
Cute.
Yeah, he does pound it.
Nice.
It's his favorite trick.
Whoever gets the treats, right?
No, and literally, well, he's so. That's another cool thing that I don't know if. Again, I'm saying this, I guess, for maybe people that don't know this. So Finley here is a fully trained service dog,
Mm-hmm.
and so we trained him ourselves. Did everything. At 9 months old, he was a fully certified, fully trained, fully legal service dog at that point.
Nice.
So everywhere we go, he goes with us essentially, besides work.
Uh-huh.
He's specifically for my wife, and that's the main reason we got him. And if we're not at work, if she's not working, he's literally with her every minute of the day. He's a mama's boy, and he
Yeah.
knows he's a mama's boy, aren't you? Yeah. But today you had an adventure with dad, didn't you? You had fun, didn't you?
What
He's
was
like,
it?
yeah.
Yeah. My dog, he cannot be a service animal. He freaking barks at anything and everything. But it as comes off as aggressive, but he really isn't. He just basically, hey, come pet me, come play with me.
He just wants attention. Yeah.
Yeah, exactly.
It's his voice, right?
Yeah.
Right, buddy.
It also doesn't help. He has this weird, I wouldn't say obsession, but he really likes to bark at kids, and it doesn't help his case.
That really doesn't. No, you're right. It absolutely doesn't. Cloud, welcome on in, Cloud. By the way, guys, Cloud is an awesome artist. Definitely recommend saying hello, introducing yourself, getting to know her. She's awesome. Has horses too, which is again, while we're talking about animals. Hey, cool, right? Little mini shout out there. Hey, buddy, are you good? He's like, do I still want to be on here or do I want to go home?
Yeah.
Do I want to go back to bed? He's like, Dad, you got me here for this. That's it. How can you do this? Easy. I did. Hi. You okay? You're a good boy. You need to be told that all the time, don't you? That's a happy boy. That look at that. That is-
Yep.
yeah. We spoil the heck out of him. I mean, no, we don't at all. You can totally tell. Like he's starved for attention 24/7, 365. This is the way how okay, now he's like, okay, bye, I'm done.
Yeah.
Bye. But no. He's yeah, I'll have to drop the TikTok for him because he's got a lot of cool videos that we did earlier on.
Yeah.
We gotta post more of that too, actually. It's crazy. So if anyone on the internet ever has any questions, wants to connect with me, my DMs are always open, guys. In the Discord, on X, anything. I'm a fully certified dog trainer. Service
Nice.
dog trainer, actually, too. And it doesn't take much, but you have a lot of life experience in doing it. It's like, hey, we've done it. Like, I don't need a college degree or a certificate to say I'm an expert at it because I've lived it. I actually do have it. And if anyone's seen him in the Green Bay area, y'all know he's the best.
I know. I
But-
get my dog trained. He likes to chase our cats, but does he like to attack them? He likes to be a punk and run
How
after
many
them.
cats do you have now? Actually, how many pets do you have in total? Because I don't think you've ever actually shared that.
So I got one dog, two cats.
Okay.
But one of the cats, I think she just eggs it on or she likes it because she doesn't really defend herself. So she'll get chased and then come right back and basically egg them on. So I think
Mhm.
she likes it. I don't know.
She just likes to play. That's
Yeah,
it.
exactly. But not his style.
Cats can be so feral, and it's crazy. It's like I love the energy, but I hate the energy at the same time.
My cat, so if I'm up here like playing games or streaming,
Mhm.
come on the desk, jump on me, all this stuff. And I'm just like
Do the popping on the keyboard, mess you up with your games,
or like she'll jump on my lap or she'll mistime the jump and just totally just scratch up my legs and all this stuff. I'm like, really?
and there. Don't miss that,
Yeah.
unfortunately. Yeah. We had a cat for a brief period of time, and a lot of love, a lot of attention, a lot of care, but
Uh-huh.
really, it's sad. We lost him after 5 months to feline leukemia, which was really sad.
Oh man.
But
Sorry.
no, a lot of love. But yeah, I do not miss the scratching at all. That was
Yeah.
one thing I did not like. And it's like, well, we can't declaw him because that's just inhumane.
Yeah.
They say that now, like you can't do that anymore.
Mhm.
They used to, but it's like, don't do it. But so, man, I feel like I know you a lot better now, and I'm like, okay, I knew that we were like really, really good friends already beforehand because of
Uh-huh.
the brief interactions we have had. But dude, I know you so much better now. It's like, dude, why have we not been friends like even longer now? I'm like, dude, we should totally like play games more often or hang out or
I've been
something.
wanting. I think that was well, one, we live in freaking different states, and they're not even close.
Yeah. I mean, in terms of like actually getting together IRL, yeah.
Yeah.
Actually, so funny you mentioned that. Do you want to drive for 2 hours? Because we could totally meet up in May in Arizona if you wanted to.
Oh, really? Why in May?
Because that's where I'm going to Arizona.
Oh, okay. Maybe we'll see.
Maybe we'll have to be in touch on that one. No, I'll be going. I have a work trip coming up in May, full expense paid and everything. My
Oh,
wife's gonna be there.
nice.
Finley's gonna be there as well too. Um, did really well this last year, and apparently I'm within like 1% of the company or whatever right now. So I get to go on this
Nice.
like benefit celebration trip.
Oh,
Pretty
it's
cool.
not even like work or anything. It's just a
Well, so I'm talking to the other people that've been on these trips before. It's a awards kind of like thing
okay.
from the top like CEO and the top echelon of management
Yeah.
to say, hey, you were literally the top 1%. Thank you for everything you do. Blah blah blah. Here's your award, out the door, kind of thing.
Okay.
All
Nice.
expenses paid, food, drinks, everything. We can sit by a pool for the whole weekend. There is like a thing that we have to go to on like Friday morning,
Other than
I
that,
think,
it's
and
just
it's like it's mandatory that we go to, and then there's like the actual awards ceremony, which is also mandatory. And then besides that, though, it's like do whatever you want. Like you can either do like
nice.
we're doing like a food thing. That's like one of the things that we opted into. So we're like doing like a foodie tour, or whatever, of Phoenix or like
Okay.
Scottsdale specifically.
Yeah.
So we're like gonna check out a couple of like the local restaurants, get some really cool like local cuisine and like dessert and everything. And then the
Nice.
rest of the time we just sit by a pool drinking Mai Tais basically.
There
So
you
I'm like,
go.
hey, I'm down for it. I'm
They're
like,
pay.
hey, let's go.
They're gonna pay for it. All right, we're gonna enjoy it.
So here's the thing. Here's their first fucking mistake: is they're letting a Wisconsinite come to an open bar. That's all paid for. Bro, I'm gonna drink them out of. You've heard about the stories of like, I shit you not, London. You remember this, right? Everyone in the UK talked a big game about like, oh, the Green Bay Packers are coming to play in London or whatever. Blah blah blah. Dude, we drank out the entire city within 3 days.
Really, I didn't hear that story. No.
Yeah. Oh my God. Where was I gotta look this up because this actually happened.
Outdrank the entire city of London.
Wisconsin drinking ability. So yeah, it's crazy. The truths are real. We do like to drink up here, and it's insane. It's just part of the. I mean, okay, when it's cold outside, like we literally had a
Keeps you
3
warm.
week spat. We had a 3 week spat of literally negative temperatures. Fahrenheit, of course. I talk in Fahrenheit because again, there's some people in Canada that watch too as well. So when Wisconsin had the Packers play at the London field, I forget who else they played against. All of Wisconsin went to visit the Packers and watch them play in London. We outdrank their entire pubs, all their pubs dry within 3 days of being there. That's over the course of a weekend. And London is notorious for drinking a ton of beer.
Yeah.
We outdrank them.
That's crazy.
It's insane. I mean, the drunk driving is a major problem, but it's getting better because people are, I feel like people know more about their limits and everything up here. And there's more wherewithal now about all that. Like, yeah, they are cracking down on DUIs, and it's just be smart.
Yeah.
We have a state drink that's literally the old fashioned. I don't know if you've probably heard of it, or maybe our version of it. Maybe I don't know.
What's it called?
So we like the old fashioned, like a whiskey old fashioned or a bourbon old fashioned. We have a different variation of that, which so it's a regular one that you guys would make, right? So it's a sugar cube, Angostura bitters, and then ice cube, whiskey, and that's like what you guys would do. That's the Morgenthaler method. of making an old fashioned. That's what they do in California, New York, and every other state except for Wisconsin. We put a variation on that. We also muddle an orange and a cherry, so you have a little bit of food in it, and then you put it in a highball glass, and you fill up the rest with like squirt grapefruit juice, basically, or grapefruit soda, basically. Makes it cuts the alcohol bites in half, and it makes it a full on drink you can just chug. And you can go through a lot of them really quickly.
Chugging an old fashioned.
I mean, it's I mean, that's what we do. Like, and we just order those all night. It's like,
Yeah.
whiskey old fashioned sour, or you can have it sweet. Sweet would be with Sprite, sour would be with like a squirt soda. Basically the same thing, but it's different than anywhere else that you get an old fashioned. They don't have that. They just do like the regular, like, whiskey glass, the alcohol, maybe the sugar cube, and a little bit of bitters, or not even the sugar cube sometimes even. And then just it's literally straight alcohol. I'm like, what is this? This thing is like, this is a sipper. It's the same alcohol content no matter which way you cut it, but it's like the one way is delicious because you can just chug it and order another one right away.
Yeah.
And keep on your way.
That's how I am. So I don't drink like old fashions, but I like the fruity drinks. So I'm
Oh, who
the
doesn't? Fruity drinks are great.
I'm the raspberry lemon drops. I'm the pina coladas, margaritas, all that
Okay.
stuff. The fruitier the
Margaritas.
better. Where you can't taste the alcohol, I just start chugging them. It makes it better.
You're the vodka lemonade kind of girl drink, right?
And
With the maraschino cherry juice, right?
I own up to it. I love it.
Yeah. Hey, there's nothing like what you like, honestly. It's like, as long as you have something that you like, the biggest thing I tell people is like, know your limits. I come from a state where people don't know their limits, or they go too
Yeah.
far. One whole side of my family is all recovering alcoholics. Like, they've all been sober for at least a year, if not longer, because they know that they
Just
can't
went
trust
to,
themselves.
yeah.
It's like, okay, at least sometimes it's better to be sober than it is to put yourself in that situation, because you don't know your limits or you can't control yourself.
You could.
I
It's
can't.
obviously easier said
I
than
can.
done.
It's Everyone has their own limits. Everyone's a little bit different. The problem, though, with our state, we live up to the name. If you go, if you go to like the Bahamas or to Mexico or anywhere else, my dad actually went to the U.S. Virgin Islands, right, a couple years back. They had an all-you-can-drink special. It was like $5, all the drinks you can drink for the entire afternoon, right?
Huh.
They asked to see the IDs, of course. I mean, my dad's, in his early 60s, so he looks like he's in his 40s. So it's like,
Oh,
okay,
that's
he's
good.
obviously over 21. You can still drink. They want to do it anyway. They they put a cap on them. My dad and his friends. Why did he do that? Because they know what people in Wisconsin can do.
They saw the license.
They saw the license, they saw the driver's license, and they said, oh, actually, no, you play by special rules. We know the damage you can do to us. We will lose all of our money today just on you.
Yeah.
We're cutting you off after 5 drinks. What? What do you mean? Why would you? Because you can't. There are drinking competitions in the tropics. Like, if you go on vacation, they have like drinking competitions. They ban people with our license.
That's
Because they
hilarious.
know it's not even a contest. I hate to say it, it just happens. Like, I'm not making this shit up. Like, I wish I was. It's literally, my people are a meme.
Yeah.
And it's because I think personally it's from our Germanic background. Like, if you think about like the Germans, besides the mustache man, you think about people that drink beer, like the Das Boot and everything. So
Yeah.
Das Boot, like literally, like they drink beer. They drink more. All the major breweries are based out of Wisconsin, besides Budweiser, of course. But all the other ones are based out of Wisconsin,
Yeah.
mostly Milwaukee. Like, there's a reason why we have this kind of mentality about everything. It's because, well, it gets cold. We don't have the drunkest city in the United States. That goes to Fargo, North Dakota, because they are colder than we are, more days of the year than we are. But we have the next 10 cities combined.
Makes sense.
Literally, if you look at let me even pull it. I want to pull this up. Top 20 drunkest cities in America. Let me see here. I'll pull it up right here because I can. Oh, they want crap. I'll fix it next time. So Oregon, Iowa City, Lincoln, Nebraska, Milwaukee, Waukesha, West Dallas. They put all three of them in one. That's three separate cities right there. That's three cities, and we're only at 17. Okay, that's three. That counts as three separate ones because it's the same area, but you can't count all. That's like saying all of Chicago
Yeah.
land is that'd be including Gary, Indiana, right? Like it's literally the same thing. That's three. Then you have Janesville and Beloit. That's two more. That's already five. We're only on four technically on their list. Racine, another one. So that's six. There's Grand Forks, Missoula, Sheboygan. That's seven. Wausau. That's eight. And now we're in the top 10. We have 8 of them, and now we're in the top 10. Eau Claire. That's 9. Ames, Fond du Lac, Fondy. That's 10. La Crosse and Onalaska. That's 12. There's Fargo. So Fargo actually dropped a little bit. Okay.
They sobered up.
Madison, that's, what was that, 12, 13. Madison, and Madison's pretty big. Green Bay, literally here, that's 14? Yeah, 14, I'm losing track now. Oshkosh and Neenah. And then if you can't count Neenah, it's also Menasha as well, too, so that's 3 more, so that's already 18. And Appleton, Wisconsin, that's half an hour away from where I live. That's 20 of the so-called top 20 that they have. Most of these, they group like 3 or 4 cities together in Wisconsin. I count them all individually at this point because each one individually can make up the same much. I'm not kidding. Like I'm literally just verbatim. Granted, this was done in 2016, but it stayed very similar. If you go on any TikTok you look up, it hasn't moved much. In fact, we probably have even more now at this point. Green Bay we have more bars and churches per capita in our smaller cities than any other major cities in any other states. It's crazy. Appleton, I get it. Appleton has a really cool nightlife actually though too. They have a better nightlife than Green Bay because on off game weekends, Green Bay's pretty dead. I mean, there's the main downtown area, and we only have about 100,000 people that live here, so it's very small. But I mean, Appleton has the nightlife.
Yeah.
And that's me saying that because I like to go there in the summer on nightly benders. Not benders like drinking benders. I just like to go to Appleton. No, actually, when I go down to Appleton, that's the craziest thing. When I go down to Appleton, I don't drink.
Even though it's the drunkest cities?
Even though it is the drunkest city. The reason why I don't go down there and drink is because Appleton has the bike scene, which I'm a major fan of. That's probably like the newest thing that I've done recently.
Biking?
I got a motorcycle.
Okay.
Year. So yeah.
I thought you were talking about cycling.
Oh gosh, right. Like, I'm gonna cycle. It takes half an hour to drive there. I'm gonna cycle there. I'll be there in 5 days. Gosh, no, I would never. I would die on that trip every single day if I did that. Thanks, guys. I'll be there in 5 days. I'll meet you down there.
Yeah.
No, I got a motorbike. It's a little crotch rocket Suzuki, and she's fast. She's fun. So that's been my new like passion project for the last season. I got it August of 2023. All last year I was riding, and then all this year I plan to actually do more stuff with it. Oh, what happened there? Did we lose the stream together? Or?
I don't know. I just thought it was just said the knock.
Oh, it must have just like done something. I don't know.
Oh, I was knocking real quick.
Knock knock. Who's there? I think we already have it. I don't know why it's doing a knock again. I'm pretty sure we're there. Yeah, I'm getting an error code on that. That's okay.
Oh, let's double check it.
I think it's because we already have it. Hey, I'm just glad that we got through our technical difficulties from the earlier part of today's stream and we finally got to here.
Yeah.
Again, yeah, apologize for that. I would have tried to spend more time setting up beforehand, but I literally got home, ran up to the office here, and I immediately messaged you on Discord. I'm like, I'm back. Let's start this thing. I'm like, yeah, we had wind sweeps of like 50 feet per second or 50 miles per hour. Sorry. What am I talking about now? 50-mile-per-hour wind sweeps.
That's
And
crazy. Like,
it was, it's like random gusts too. So it's not like constant where you can kind of fight it when you're driving. It's one of those, yeah. And of course, no one's brakes are working because it was raining all morning. And about, what time was it? I think it was around like 10 o'clock, 11 o'clock, it was straight snow. And it was sticking to the ground because of the rain, too. So it wasn't even melting. It turned immediately from snow in the air to slush to more snow. It was packing in. So no one's brakes were working because that builds up on your brakes whenever you try to use it. And it's just, luckily I've lived here my whole life. I know how to drive in the winter.
yeah.
Some people don't. I'm calling out you guys, Illinois. I'm sorry, but you guys don't know how to drive in general, yet alone in the winter too. Every person that drives past me with an Illinois plate, I'm like, fib, fib, fib.
I remember one time driving up to Tahoe during the snow season, and I've never driven with chains before. So, put the chains on, and I get up there in Tahoe, and I'm like, okay, cool. I park, do something real quick, and I was like, you know what? I feel weird driving through the city of Tahoe. It's snow everywhere. I feel weird driving with the chains. I feel like they're judging me. So let me take these off real quick, and then I'll be able to
say you have chains. Like we don't even put chains on our tires here.
But I was like, all right, take the chains off. I'll be fine. I can get to wherever destination. We're only like a few minutes away. Pull out of the parking lot, and I'm sliding everywhere. I'm like, all right. I'm like, the cartoons whenever they're in the air and they're trying to fly back to the plane or something. That's me trying to get back in that parking lot just so I can put my chains back on real quick. I was like, all right, I don't care how foolish I look. I'll keep it the chain.
Right. Yeah. Dude's just fish. So the best way to learn how to drive in snow is also the most fun. And again, it fits in the whole theme of what we're doing on the podcast here because it literally is a meme. So the best way you learn how to drive in snow, find an empty parking lot, just have fun and go crazy. Do donuts. Yeah, you learn to counter steer, you learn to counterbalance, you learn how the vehicle you're driving works in snow, and when it's slipping and sliding on whether there's ice underneath that or not. You're in an empty parking lot. As long as you don't get cold, you're fine. Like, who cares? Have fun. Do it. And you learn how your vehicle will react.
Yeah.
The only thing you need to learn is how to counter steer. And so that's like when their back end starts swerving a little bit more than your front side. How to recorrect that because there is an art to it. It takes a lot of practice, but if you just do donuts every time you can, you'll get the hang of it immediately.
Well, for us in California, I don't drive in snow often.
Yeah, right, exactly. You really probably, unless you go to the northern side of the state.
Yeah.
Gosh, I can only imagine what Washington State is like though in the winters though, because they always have snow and precipitation all the time. That's what they're known for.
Yeah,
they're like the rainiest city in the U.S. So I can only imagine what happens when they get snow. How terrible it is there. Probably what it's like outside right now here. So
yeah.
I gotta ask too. So have you always lived in California, or were you from somewhere else originally, or?
Born in California, around first grade. Me and my family moved to Colorado. Only there for like
by Denver area or somewhere else that no one else knows on the map.
Loveland, which, from what I've heard from people, it's a big area around Valentine's Day, obviously. Loveland. But yeah, I only lived there for like 9 months. And then we left, moved to Texas, and same thing. It's like only lived there for like 10, 11 months until we moved back to
Okay.
California, and then me and my girlfriend before we had our daughter was in Oregon for
Mhm.
3 months. The timing of that was horrible because
How was Oregon? I gotta ask.
I liked Oregon. I didn't want to leave. So I lived it was in Corvallis. So it was, college town.
Mhm.
But it was still it was 2021. So it was still, very COVID heavy kind of thing. So it wasn't
Yeah.
as
Right.
college town, but it was still a cool area to check out. But yeah, so it was funny because me and my girlfriend, she was planning on going to Oregon State University.
Mhm.
And so that was our first year dating. And she was like, all right, are you coming with me or not? I was still up in the air about it just because I've never moved out by myself.
Right.
And so finally she was like, all right, you're coming with. And then, of course, it was the first or second day we moved out there, packed there, unpacked everything, find out she
Mhm.
was pregnant. So we were like, all right, we can either tough it out for a little bit, see how it goes. But we had like no
Mhm.
family in Oregon. She
That's
had
rough.
her aunt and uncle, but really,
Mhm.
parents were in California, brothers, sisters were in California, everyone was in California. They're like,
Right.
all right, I had like a contract that I was working or like I got for that I was working out through a warehouse, and I was like, all right, it was only 3 months. I was like, at least let me finish this out in March and then we'll head back.
Right. Because you don't want to leave and then miss out on whatever that contract was or break it.
Yeah. I mean, it wasn't anything like extreme, but still. It was also my excuse to kind of stay in Oregon for a little bit.
I
It's
mean,
like I
you
said,
you claimed that you loved it,
I
so
did really
do
like
you
it.
see
Yeah.
yourself moving back? Do you see yourself moving back there
I
eventually then,
joke with
or
my girlfriend all the time saying, that's where we're going to end our lives is in Oregon. I would love to move back, but we'll see.
Mhm.
I think she's
You
growing.
know,
She's growing on it.
I think everybody has like one place that they want to go and like settle down. For you, it's Oregon. For me, personally, I would say it's probably Alaska.
Alaska, huh?
Alaska, yeah. So my sister lives in Alaska, and we went up there for her wedding, and she was in the Air Force, so she randomly got placed up there. Met her
Okay.
husband up there in the service. He's actually from the area.
Uh-huh.
So imagine going from Alaska your whole life down to Texas for basic training, and then being told, "Hey, we're placing you where we place you. You got picked to go to Alaska." He's like, son of a bitch, I'm going home again. Like, imagine the thought of that. Oh, and his dad's a pilot as well too, and told him, "Don't become a pilot." And literally, he joins the Air Force straight out of it.
Yeah.
Like, love the dude to death. He's super interesting and super good dude. But
Uh-huh.
yeah, like that's just too funny. Like, how do things like that work out?
I feel
Like,
like it's such opposites too, Texas and Alaska. Like
mhm. Well, basic training for the Air Force is in San Antonio, Texas, so the
uh-huh.
Alamo. So that's where they all go, and that's also one of the Army bases as well too for basic training. It's not the only one, but it's one of the main ones.
Yeah.
But the Air Force, if you're going to the Air Force, or as we call it, the Chair Force, because all you do is sit on your butt all day doing nothing, you're gonna end up going down there for basic, and then you go from there. They the way how the Air Force works is you get two choices. They pick eight. They spin the wheel. Wherever they put you is where they put you at that point.
um
And I don't know if you have a say or not. My sister, her two choices were Alaska or Hawaii. She got picked for Alaska. She's happier than hell.
yeah.
But and now she lives up there permanently. We went up there. Oh my god, the mountains! Like I was awestruck. It's beautiful up there.
Yeah.
And I realized, wow, Wisconsin's not that flat because it's not Iowa. But damn, it's pretty fucking flat.
Yeah.
I mean, we have the Kettle Moraine where the glaciers came through thousands of years ago, but I mean,
Mhm.
and we got a lot of hills, but overall, still kind of flat.
Whenever I think of Alaska, I always think of the movie 30 Days of Night, the
Yeah.
freaking vampire movie.
Mm-hmm.
Oh,
Yeah.
I freaking it's not a bad movie, but I know it's not great. But still, it's one of those movies. I don't know why it's one of my favorites.
Mhm.
I blame
I
my
always think
mom
of
for
Snow
that one.
Dogs. Whenever I think of Alaska, I always think
Yeah.
of Snow Dog. And that's actually pretty accurate too, because we actually went up to so the city that they had like the little town or whatever, it's based was it Talkeetna they called it? It's based off of an actual town, I think it's based off the actual town anyway, called Talkeetna, which is right
Okay.
next to Denali. Well, actually I think they named it back to Mount McKinley again. But the gigantic mountain that's there. And it's a cute little town in the middle of nowhere off the river. There's a lake nearby too as well, but no, there's a lot of good sites up there. I highly recommend if you ever want to take a trip up there and see some unmatched beauty. Can't go anywhere else that's better,
Yeah.
honestly.
Okay.
If you love mountains, you want to see glaciers and snow. If you like powder, if you like snowing, skiing or snowboarding, go up there. It's
Alaska.
fun.
Yeah, I'll check it out sometime.
Oh yeah, oh yeah, yeah. You said you were in Colorado for a bit? Did you were probably too young, but do you ever go on vacation there at all or visit?
Last time I visited was probably 20. I want to say like 2010, 2011. Been a
Okay.
while. Yeah, it's just one of those things. It was always my mom's side of the family, and usually I was always playing baseball. So we
Mhm.
didn't have much vacation time. And then just obviously these last however years, we just haven't gone kind of thing. I know
Mhm.
they would love to see our, my daughter, but
Yeah.
one of those things we have to plan out sometime maybe.
No, definitely. It's always good to take breaks, take vacations.
Yeah.
So you're in California. Do you ever go to how often do you go to Disneyland?
So my girlfriend is a freaking addict when it comes to Disneyland. I've only
Mhm.
been once, and that was during high school 2012, where it was the senior trip. So,
Okay.
but we do have a plan. We trip this year in early September, late August, kind of thing,
Mhm.
to celebrate daughter's birthday.
You guys are going to Disneyland for her birthday. That's awesome.
Yeah, so she's gonna
I've
love
I've
it.
oh my gosh. Now, are you guys like in the greater LA area? Or are you like further away from that or
Oh, like to Disneyland or?
no, where you guys live? I think it's SoCal, right?
Oh yeah, so we're like 8 hours away from there. We're in Sacramento.
Oh, I didn't even realize. Okay.
Yeah.
I thought you guys were like closer to SoCal. I mean, I know California's a big place, obviously, but
No, if we were closer to there, I honestly my girlfriend would probably be there every weekend.
she'd go. You'd be like, "Hey, where do you want to go get food?" And she'd be like, "You said anywhere I want.
Yeah.
We're going to this restaurant in Disneyland right now."
It's the only time
Like that'll be her pick every time.
she would actually give an answer.
The only time she'd actually know what she wants. She's
Yeah.
like, I want to go to the Crystal Palace. But you said whatever I wanted.
Yep.
Yeah, but I didn't mean Disneyland. Too bad. We're going to Disneyland. Okay. I know my wife has friends that live in like Florida area that are all over Disney World area
Uh-huh.
that go all the time. Oh, yep, they're hell yeah.
Yeah.
Again, hell yeah. Sorry, buddy. I did not mean to do that. I forgot that your wife was here. I forgot she was in the chat. I'm sorry.
Yeah, good.
So next time Handis asks you where to eat, and you're like, I don't know. He's like, pick somewhere. I want to go. I want to go to Oga's Cantina
Yeah.
in Disneyland. Let's go. We're going right now. But it's 8 hours away. I don't care. You said whatever I want.
Yep.
Whatever I want. We're going right now. No, we had a really good time in Disney World too. I'll go into details sometime. Probably talk about. I really should make that a mini series, like just reviewing everything. God, we really did have a good vacation there, though.
Yeah.
No, I definitely recommend. So we were thinking about doing Disneyland too, this because we're going to Arizona. We were thinking about making a detour over there, but it's like it just didn't work out with vacation time and everything else. It would just be too much in too little time, and it's like, we'll just make a trip out to California sometime. Honestly, I'd love to do like a meetup though. Like
Yeah, I'd be so down.
anywhere with like, streamers or people like. There's a lot of awesome people on the internet. I've come to know in the last 5 years I've been streaming
Mm-hmm.
and doing everything, and the group just keeps getting bigger and better.
Nice.
I know people in North Dakota, I know people in Canada. I know a lot of people in Canada. Actually, that's the crazy thing. I was supposed to do a meetup. We were trying to plan a meetup before my sister's wedding in 2023, but unfortunately, we already went down to Florida, and we just couldn't do everything, and we didn't have
Mm.
passports at the time either. So it's like, so we're hopefully planning to do something in the next year or two here. We will be going back up to Alaska again, confirmed. Um, which is great. Again, we love it. If I could retire up there, and if money was not an issue, it would be between Alaska and Florida, like 24/7, 365, back and forth, back and forth.
Alaska, Florida.
Because
It's completely
yeah, we'd spend the summers in Alaska, maybe like a week or two in winter in Alaska as well with the snow and everything, and then the rest of the time we'd be over at Disneyland and having a good time by Universal Studios. Honestly,
Yeah.
I
It's
mean,
the way to live it.
hey, Disneyland would be great too, but honestly, with all the fires and everything, it's just like, I don't know. I gotta think about the air quality at this point.
True, actually.
I'm like, yeah. I mean, we had quite a bit of that 2 years ago when Canada was on fire. We got all of the wind spray that was
Oh.
coming down south from us from the Canadian wildfires up in Ontario, and that was, you could tell the skies were a bit darker. We weren't that close to it, but
Uh-huh.
I had buddies that were going up hiking just up in Canada in the wilderness, having a good old trip, and they were told to turn tail and start walking back to where they went from, because the whole area was still under fire.
Yeah.
And it's like, yeah, you don't want to go up that far.
Yeah.
But no, I'm incredibly lucky for the life that we live. And again, I'm just happy to be here, honestly. This is just me. I'm just, I'm just happy. I have golden retriever husband energy, is what I've been told. I honestly, like, I mean, I'm loyal to a T, and I'm just always in the moment, go, 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 and love everything.
Just
Take pride in what you do.
happy-go-lucky, all that stuff, yeah.
I have you kind of have to be. The world's a really dark place if you think about it,
Yeah.
and it's good to have a positive outlook. Be skeptical of shit, but and question everything, of course, too. But like, dude, I spent like literally 3 days learning everything on Discord. Like, if you can't do that, then you can't do anything. Like,
Uh-huh.
it just takes a little bit of focus, and I have ADHD like you wouldn't believe. So I'm not undiagnosed, of course, undiagnosed. I don't know if I actually do or not, but I probably should see somebody. I just
Uh-huh.
haven't had time to, because I can never focus long enough to
Yeah.
do it. That's my problem. Now you see what's going on. I have the ADHD. I want to get diagnosed, but I can't actually focus long enough to actually do it. That's the
Uh-huh.
problem.
That's hilarious.
Literally. But hey, we gotta definitely do something like this again, either another stream like this or even like playing games, dude. Like,
I-
hit me up for any of those games.
Yeah, I'd definitely
Turn-based
be
or anything.
down. I've been wanting that. One of the things when I first started streaming, or like as I progressed streaming wise, was I always wanted to make more streaming friends, because
Yeah.
one, I felt like it would have helped me stream better, because I was relying a lot on, if I wasn't playing, my single player games, I was really relying on my friends to, all right, cool, we're all gonna play Among Us or something like that. Everyone down. They'll obviously in the moment, yeah, we're all down. They come actually time to play. It's like,
Game time.
oh
It's
well,
not game time anymore.
yeah. It's we can't play, or like one person's there. I'm like, oh well, my stream was gonna be all based off Among Us. Now I gotta. It's just I always wanted more
That's
people
it.
who had the same schedule for the most part.
Something. Right. And I have, again, a couple people I've kind of built up that with. And
Yeah.
you can't take everything verbatim, but if you have like a nice repertoire, right? Of
Yeah.
a couple of different people that play different games, plan things a little bit ahead of time. That's the biggest problem, is a lot of people that I know that do stream don't have anything else going on. So they're always like down for it. Or they
Yeah.
just don't know what to do. Or they are too busy. And I am guilty of this myself. There have been a lot of times where I have the best intentions to stick to my schedule, but something comes up. IRL things happen, and some people
Exactly.
get mad at me for the short notice. I'm like, dude, like, I'm sorry. Like, either I passed out because I was just too tired and I didn't have the energy, or or something else came up, and I try to be honest.
Uh-huh.
I try to be genuine. I try to be respectful of everyone else's time as well too. And
Yeah.
sometimes it just happens.
Life happens, so I understand.
I mean, you're a father. You know more than anyone else. You're more than most people, honestly.
I could say,
And
hey,
I
I'm
know
down to
most
do
young
this
people are like that.
tonight, and then my daughter, something happens. I
And
can't
you're
do
like,
it.
hey,
Like,
I can't. Priorities, right?
yeah.
Family first. You know, you have your family
Uh-huh.
first, and I would expect nothing less than that. Honestly,
Yeah.
You need to. But no, guys. So I think we're gonna kind of wrap it up here, though. But yeah, Hendis, if you ever want to actually do a collab or something, I'm always down. Like my DMs are always open for
Yeah,
sure.
I'd be so
I'm glad,
down.
honestly, I'm glad that you said that you were coming back to streaming again. And immediately I'm glad I reached out on X because
Hell-
that's literally how this happened. Like I'm like, hey, do you want to do something real quick? Like I know we never actually did a game together or anything,
Uh-huh.
and I know it might be a little like, hey, you don't know me, but I think you know me enough where
Yeah.
you can trust this. It took a lot of trust, I gotta be honest, from you, probably. Like, okay, is this guy weird? Is he a psychopath? Is he just crazy? No, I'm all
Let's just
those
find out.
things.
Yeah.
I'm all those things. Take a shot in the dark, right?
Yeah.
What's the worst that can happen?
I know. It threw me off as like like I said, it's as soon as I hit that tweet, it was like, oh, there you were. I was like, oh, okay, this is a great opportunity to like
Yeah,
kind
get
of
back
just
into it.
get back into it and get a good feel for it.
Yeah, absolutely. And honestly, like I've been doing this whole thing like 5 years now, and if I can help you in any way, shape, or form, that's what I'm here for. Like that's the whole purpose of this stream, I think, is just this whole podcast is to help raise voices that I think are genuine and amazing, good
Appreciate
people. Guys, follow the hell out of this guy. Honestly.
Appreciate it.
And that doesn't mean just hit that heart button now and don't just hit that follow button on X. That means actually get to know this dude. He's awesome. And you've been great, and I'm glad I was able to come across your stream randomly on the internet. Of all the people I could have rated into that day, like that's how this whole thing happened.
That's what I love about it
And-
too, because you can just make friendships like that. It's
Dude, and all the commonalities we have, why have we not been friends even longer? Like, I feel like we grew up together, honestly. Like it's the kind of friendship that you build. Maybe it's a guy thing, I don't know. Maybe it's just a internet friends thing. But yeah, a lot of my friendships I've made online have been the best ever.
uh-huh.
Because that it's always good people that just want nothing but the best for you and wish you well.
They want to see you
so-
succeed. It works out.
So I know I gave a shout out earlier. I'm gonna give another shout out right now.
I appreciate it.
That's Handistus, HNDISTUS on the Twitchverse and on the Xverse. That is your handle on X as well, too, right?
Yes. I think it's besides like
You're one of the rare ones, yeah.
I think it's on everything, even in YouTube,
You're one of the rare
Instagram.
ones. That's really good planning at that point.
Like I said, I lucked out with the name. I randomized on World of Warcraft after I like ran out of my clever names, and I was like,
it was a World of Warcraft name.
World of Warcraft, yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, I remember I had like my
Top
basic 3 or 4 names, and it was just I was like, all right, let me just
Top Tech,
randomize.
my dude, top tech.
Oh, yeah.
Internet culture, it runs rampant in everything in my mindset, so I relate everything to other things. As a fellow nerd and geek, I think you can relate. Guys, Keck is a World of Warcraft reference, by the way. You're welcome. Look into that on the internet or ask Grok. Grok knows everything, so literally. But yeah, so follow Handisis. Follow when can we I know you said you're coming back to streaming again. When can people expect to kind of see you or look out for you?
So I am trying to go back. So Sunday mornings from like 9:30 to 12 around that time in the morning. Mondays, same thing, like a 10 or 11 till like 1 o'clock. And then Tuesday, Wednesdays would be night streams. Basically 9-ish, 9:30, depending on what time. I stream after my daughter goes down to bed. So if it's an easy night, 8:30, 9 o'clock. If it's not, it'll be probably closer to 10 o'clock.
Sometime
It's just-
after that, right?
yeah.
It'll happen eventually.
Yeah.
I do realize too. You have posted in the past go live notifications on your X profile as well too. Will you continue to still do that?
What was that?
You've in the past posted on X when you go live.
Oh
as
yes,
well,
I do
to
that
continue to do that, right?
every time. Yeah, I'm trying to get back
Right.
into like TikTok too, and just trying to really
And you
spread
said you
out.
had YouTube as well. Is that still like a thing, or is that not a thing?
Depending on the game I'm playing, I want it to be a thing. So if I'm playing Borderlands, or if I start playing Borderlands again, I'd like to post that content. Like I said, depending on the game, if I'll get a decent enough people interested. Like right now, I'm playing SteamWorld Heist, where, like I said, I love the game. I'm not sure if it's really a big enough game that will kind of help. Whereas, like I said, compared to Borderlands or something
Right, it's
like
not like a
that,
top played game, but it's something that you love. So,
yeah.
I mean,
So depending on the game, I try to post more. And yeah,
SteamWorld Heist or SteamWorld Heist 2?
SteamWorld Heist 1, and then I plan on doing SteamWorld Heist 2 after that. But like I said, games, it all depends on what I'm feeling at the time.
I want to kind of see. Well, I kind of want to just play a video here and see what this game looks like, because I'm interested myself, actually.
It's all about like robots and all that stuff. It's really cool. I like the graphics. I love the album in this game. It's amazing.
Oh,
Like the songs they play whenever you go to every bar, I love them. I don't know the proper name, but yeah, you move to a spot, shoot it, aim. Hope your aim is good enough, and yeah,
it's almost like. Okay. It kind of reminds me of Angry Birds, but just shooting bullets, essentially. Like, think about it. Like, yeah, you're like just trying to make sure like they line up and like.
Yeah.
Boom.
One of the quirks of this game is, I don't know if you noticed in the video, everyone has all their kind of like different hats. So
Yeah.
you,
Oh, no, don't talk to me about hats. I used to play TF2 all the time. Don't dare
so
talk to me about hats.
you could collect all these hats by just shooting them off their head. So they have these, they got, regular hats, they got uncommon, rare, all this stuff.
That's the heist, right? That's the real heist here. The heist is the hat heist. That's what it is.
And so I'm like, okay,
I just saw some hats.
Yeah, do I sacrifice killing this guy or shooting his head off? Like
Shoot the hat off.
Yeah.
Always take the hat.
Yeah. My person might die, but I got two more,
Bro,
and they'll collect the hat.
You can headbutt too. Yo, let's go.
Yeah, they got melee if you get close enough. Yeah.
Oh, someone's got a noob tube as well. Look at that.
Yep. And then you get
Very interesting.
different abilities throughout.
Very
Nice. I really like the artwork and the music, and just the play style is very simple, so it's nothing crazy.
It says it's similar to Darkest Dungeon. At least that's the game I've played. It says it's relevant to. That's a turn-based.
Yeah,
that's kind of like a turn-based four-person game. You get like 4 hero units, and you can't control them.
I have the board game.
And loot.
I have the board of Darkest Dungeon.
Do you seriously?
Yeah.
Oh my gosh. Wait, do you have the
You might be able to.
Steam too?
Yes, I do. If you can see in the background, it's literally the two biggest box back there.
I'm curious now if Darkest Dungeon is co-op in any way, shape. Oh yeah, I do see it. Look at that.
Yeah. I know it's kind of hard.
If it's is the actual game co-op? Oh, it's not co-op. Damn it, that'd be so cool to do that though. I even just to pick your brain on that game too, because I know a buddy of mine actually gifted me that game. There's a PvP mode in Darkest Dungeon 1.
There's a
Oh, there's a
PvP mode?
there's a
I did.
PvP mode. What?
I did
I
not.
did not.
I did
Zayden,
not.
Zayden, you are a wealth of knowledge. Zayden's been a supporter of the channel for quite some time. Oh my gosh, and he's a knowledgeable person on practically every game known to man. I would say at
Yeah.
this point, honestly, like the dude's a thesaurus of knowledge. Honestly, like Butcher Circus. That's the PvP mode. Okay.
Huh. I did not
That's
know
that's
that.
the, that's the P. I did not know that either. I only have 4.5 hours in the game though, honestly. So I'm like a teeny tiny noob in the game, but
I
that's
got
okay.
50 hours in it.
I
But I
about
haven't played in a
I'm
while.
not worthy. I'm not worthy.
I haven't played in so long, so it might have been up there something. I don't know.
I'll tell you what though, I've been playing a lot of Surviving Mars, which is a great survival city builder.
I've
That's
heard
fun.
of that game, yeah.
That's fun. I have a couple playthrough episodes I'm about to release to YouTube. I just need to get through most of them. It's pretty fun.
Yeah.
And then I also play a lot of Frostpunk. I don't know if you've heard of that one too. That's
No, but I
also-
have seen you play that one before.
Okay, the first one or the second one, because the second one just came out recently.
The first one then.
Actually, okay, the first one. The second one, I actually we had the beta and we played the beta live on the stream, which was great when they first released. And then we got the actual game. And then I think we spent like 3 or 4 weeks with it, and then right away, and then yeah, I gotta get back into that game. There's too many games to play, guys. How am I supposed to pick a game and stick with it? I gotta be an expert in one game? No, I want to switch it up because I don't want to get bored of stuff.
I got a whole like in my Steam. I'm like, all right, I got these games that I want to stream, and I got these games I want to just, I want to play just
for fun, right?
For fun, for the story. I'm like, okay, I don't feel like this game today. Let me hop to this one, but then I'm like stuck on this one. And I'm like, it's just so many games.
The perils of being a streamer,
and it's not even including my wish list on Steam that I'm waiting for. Like,
I know if you have Dead by Daylight, that's a fun game.
I do have that one, yeah. That one, I do have that one. I haven't played that one.
So like I said, Scoops, who was with us here earlier, he is a pro expert at it, and Zayden, who is in my chat too. Zayden, go follow Handistus if you're not already. Seriously, go do it right now. I don't know why you're not. If you're not, otherwise, please tell me that you already are. Perfect, then fine, mission accomplished. Good to go. Yeah, the three of us have always played Dead by Daylight, and Scoops now has a PC, and he got all of his stuff switched over from his Xbox account to that because it's meshed together now.
Nice.
So I think we're gonna start playing that again because I have all of my emotes on my channel currently active are Ace in the Alice in Wonderland skin, so he's the Mad Hatter. So those are all the emotes I have for the channel. If you see those, they're pretty great.
I see that.
Yeah, because that was Ace is my main. Ace is cool. I've literally escaped more times than I can count just because I've been playing as that meme skin for so long. Like I stand out like a sore thumb. Honestly, I really do. But it's people respect it. People love it. Scoops, he is alive. He's here. If you don't have Pinhead, you should buy him now. Why is he on sale, Zayden? I honestly, we might have to get back into Dead by Daylight. That may be the next rotation.
I was just looking up.
Scoob!
Yeah, this is Scooby right here.
Oh my gosh.
It's Scooby.
My list is complete.
You okay?
Pinhead's being pulled next month? Okay. Good to know. I don't know if I have Pinhead or not. I have to double check that.
I was looking up when I last played Dead by Daylight, and it was actually 2020, March 10th. Almost exactly 5 years ago.
They brought back, if you own Pinhead, you'll keep him, but won't be able to buy it after that. Okay, so buy Pinhead. Same thing happened to Stranger Things. Yes, the same thing happened to Stranger Things, but then they brought back Stranger Things because they renewed the license. Again, after so long. Wait, did they bring it back entirely, or did they just bring back the survivors? I thought Demogorgon was not playable again, or was not buyable. I could be wrong on that. I'm not the expert on Dead by Daylight, I promise. Oh, it was entirely brought back. Okay. So they're losing the Pinhead thing for yeah. Pinhead. They brought back everything. Okay, that's what I thought. Cool. Yeah, Handis's will definitely have to reconnect off
Yeah,
stream and
definitely.
maybe plan something. I mean, if you want to play games, these are cool people to play with. If you want to get involved, and they never I've never been let down by them.
Yeah.
Every time I'm like, hey guys, you want to do something? He's like, yes, let's go. I remember even Among Us is fun too. I haven't played Among Us in years since
Nice.
COVID era.
Yeah.
Like right when it started falling off and people started getting sick of it is when I got into it. And
Oh.
then immediately nobody was playing anymore. I'm like, everyone was playing Duck Duck Go, and I'm like, okay, I have that game too. And then no one wanted to play anything else.
Then everyone. It seemed like everyone went back to Among Us.
Something like that. Yeah, I don't know.
Because
I play.
then they brought out mods and all this stuff, but still,
They were too far. Well, I don't get why they waited till E3 to release everything. They could have just released the updates as it was popular. It would have kept everyone over there. But
oh yeah,
too little, too late by the devs. That
Yeah.
happens with every major studio title, though, these days, especially Halo. Unfortunately, I hate that. What they've done. Dirty my man, Master Chief, over there. But anyway, I think that is going to end it for the stream. And just thanks so much
Great.
for being part of this. I
Well,
appreciate
thank you for having
being
me.
here and having faith in me. Guys, follow this awesome person literally here on Twitch. And then also, if you're seeing this on YouTube, go follow him, Handistus on Twitch, on X, posts when he's live. Dude's one of the real ones. He's a real G, and he is a super nerd too, so you'll definitely love being a part of the community.
Well, I appreciate you having me. It was a pleasure. We'll have to do it again sometime.
Absolutely. Hey, if you want to be part of the regular rotation for this thing, we're just starting. So,
Yeah.
I mean, I'm sure we'll probably have lots to talk about in the future, and we'll see you in other streams as well, too, man.
Yeah. Hopefully, then we'll have
Anyway,
the
guys,
stream together figured out.
well, so honestly, we have it right now. All
Yeah,
I needed to
true.
do was think through the process, and my brain was still on like, okay, I'm figuring this out, but I'm also hearing my own voice. I needed to figure it out, and now that it's set in place, hey, you were the first fleshy, as they called them,
There
that
we
I've had
go.
as a real thing. So from here on out, it should be no problem, right?
Glad it was the test dummy.
You were the test dummy. I apologize for that.
You
but
know,
hey,
you're
it
all
worked
good.
out eventually. We're good. We're good. Everything's fine.
Everything's fine. I had a blast
Everything's
still.
great. Good. I'm glad. Hey, real quick before you go though, you should see this is my actual background for my computer. I'm sure that you'd love the desktop background. Wanted to show that.
Mine is that.
Oh, the original perk names came back.
Yeah, so mine's just Revan.
Oh, cool. Just Revan.
Yeah. But yours is cool. I liked yours. Like the moving ones.
Yeah. I have, what is it? I gotta think here for a sec. No, I can just open up Steam. Doi.
Oh yeah, it's like a thing you could buy, right? Or...
Yeah, it was it's a program you can get off of Steam, I know. It is library, wallpaper engine is what I use for that. And you can literally search up anything. If you purchase it like one time, I think it's like $5 or something, and then boom, you have everything forever. And you can get anything. So I really need to switch that out, but I've had this for probably a good year. Oh, also Battlefront 2 is another game I frequent quite a bit. If you're ever looking to do something with like as a shooter.
Oh, I used to play Battlefront 2 all the time.
Battlefront 2 is so good. Celebration Edition is where it's at, my dude.
I'd have to
super fun.
I'd have to go back into that one too. Yeah,
it's a good game. It's a really good game.
It was.
Still is.
Yeah, I mean, true. Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah, Cloud, I'm sorry, there is a bit of a delay with that. It is coming from Handistus. It's just a little bit delayed because we're looking at a stream. We don't have a live camera feed for him, so it's from his stream, which is 7 seconds off. So
I'm slacking.
But it's close.
Sorry.
Better than. It's okay. It's okay. We're good. Hey, I'm glad to have your face. We can just see everything a little bit delayed. Yep. Indeed. We'll try to troubleshoot that and fix that in the future ones. But in the meantime, guys, thanks everybody for joining in to the meme stream. Again, my name is Jacob. Thanks so much, everybody, otherwise known as Jechno again. Handistus, everybody. Round of applause. Thanks for coming on in, my dude.
Thank you once again for having me. Hope y'all enjoyed it.
Absolutely. Y'all have a good rest of your night. We will be back for another podcast next week. If you're watching this on YouTube, follow us both. Links in the descriptions. Y'all have a beautiful night.
Take care.
Peace, everyone.